One-stop shop for just about anything printed. If we're not your go-to printer, please give us a call at 355-1636. We have over 80 5-star Google reviews and want you to be our next more than satisfied and well-pleased customer. Check us out at growitpip.com or stop in to see us at 3185 Mosley Drive in Greenville. Pip, where business goes to grow.
Take your comfort to unprecedented levels during Bostic Sugg Furniture's President's Day Motion event. Need to relax, recline, and unwind? Now at Bostic Sugg, enjoy savings on all our top furniture brands. Plus, for a limited time, when you buy any Motion furniture item, you'll get a second Motion furniture item at 40% off. Rest and relaxation has never been easier. Find yours for less during the President's Day Motion event. On now at Bostic Sugg Furniture.
I'm Sam Jones, and for more than 3 generations, my folks have kept the fires burning for Eastern North Carolina Whole Hog Barbecue. At Sam Jones, you'll find our smokehouse pumping out wood-fired meats, cooked fresh every single day. There are no freezers at our place. Everything, and we mean everything, is made fresh daily, including our sides, sweets, and sauces. Stop in and see us, and I bet you'll be able to taste our passion in just one bite. At Sam Jones Barbecue, you'll find plenty of smoke, but no mirrors.
This is Pirate Radio, WGHB Farmville, 1250 and 92.7 FM Greenville, WDLX Washington, 930 and 104.1 FM Washington.
Can you be quiet, please? Thank you.
Welcome to Pirate Radio Live.
I just think we were prepared. You know, one thing my trainer, he told me, he said, what did he say? He just told us to be prepared.
All right.
It was in the men's section.
Girl shirt button on the other side.
Yes.
Yeah, figured it out.
Wes is wearing a girl shirt.
It's me, Nancy Garcia.
Go Cojones.
How about those friggin' pirates?
There's local politics, bud.
Boom, boom, boom. Now let me say, well.
You are terrible! Then stop playing that song!
Clip. Hey, man, good to see you, brother.
Did not flub at all. Send it in.
Now live from the Pirate Radio studios in the heart of the Pirate Nation, here is your host, Clip Brock.
Welcome in to Pirate Radio Live here on a Thursday, a hot one in Eastern North Carolina. You are tuned in to Pirate Radio Live on 92.7 FM in Greenville, 104.1 in Washington. You can find us on 1250, 930 online, pr927fm.com. And you can watch the show, be a part of the show on Facebook Live and YouTube. Like and subscribe on Pirate Radio TV on YouTube. And chime in with what you'd like to discuss on this Thursday. We got guests to get to, a lot of topics to hit, and you can be a part of all that. Also on Facebook, follow Pirate Radio for all the latest news and notes going on in the Pirate Nation and beyond. And we'll read your comments there as well. Coming up on the program, we'll talk some Pirate basketball with Seymour coming up at 4 o'clock. He will tell us just how good this number one Houston Cougars team is headed to Minges Coliseum. We'll talk Pirate hoops and more with Seymour coming up in about an hour or so. Also, in hour number 2, we'll have our Flight by Yingling ECU practice report. Hear what Mike Schwartz had to say ahead of ECU Houston coming up on Saturday night. Brandon Manning, former Pirate, will join us coming up in hour number 3 of today's show to talk Pirate baseball and get you ready for the weekend series. East Carolina taking on North Carolina, and the big man on campus, Jeff Nadu, will talk some college hoops with us. We'll ask him about the Houston Cougars. I'll ask him about NC State's chances to make a run in the tournament this year. What teams does he like kind of off the radar to make a run in the NCAA tournament this year? We'll talk about all that and tonight's games coming up with the big man on campus, Jeff Nadu, in hour number 3. Also, Shirley Rhodes has been away dealing with a family matter. She just rolled in a few minutes ago to produce this program, which we are thankful for. And Shirley, it's good to see you. I knew you would not have time to put together a Name That Sound game today.
You are correct.
So what I did, we're going to do like All-Star Weekend, like, NBA, NHL does an All-Star game. And congratulations, Chandler. You made the All-Star game this year. Chandler Honeycutt will be participating against Shirley Rhodes, the host of the show.
Oh, this should be fun.
I've put together 5 sounds, just 5, and we'll do a little speed round coming up in hour number 2. So we got that coming up, so get ready for that. To my left, Troy D is here, fresh off of trying to become a big country music star in Nashville. Hey, Troy.
Hey, Clip. Good to see you on this nice summer day here in Greenville.
Shorts and t-shirts.
And I am loving this.
Sleevelesses are out.
Got to tell you, 2 days back-to-back like this, I'd be lying if I don't say I'm getting a little beach fever.
Man, we talked to Mike from Chico's briefly yesterday, Chandler. He said that today was slated to be the hottest February 23rd ever
in history.
Is that right?
I have heard that from a couple of different places.
Wow, we are living history today,
awesome.
folks.
I love it. And if this is how February's going to be, then sign me up for loving February now.
Yeah. It is absolutely gorgeous.
Yeah, I just don't want any 20-degree days in July.
Yeah, let's keep the summer, where it's supposed to be.
Yeah.
I still think I was thinking about this yesterday, Troy. Have I worn my last hoodie for the year or for the last?
No. I think it'll still be hoodie weather before it's said and done.
Right.
Because you can wear a hoodie like 50, 60 degrees still at night and stuff.
Okay.
It's a little windy. I don't put the hoodies up just yet.
I agree. I think
you
at
have not
some
worn
point
your last hoodie, and then eventually you can transition to the thin. I call them the thin hoodies. They're the stretchy material. Like the Under Armour material hoodie. That will be the next move as we head into spring.
All right.
But
don't put those hoodies away just yet.
Keep the bulky ones out.
Good stuff.
Yeah.
All right.
Still trying to recover from Nashville, as you mentioned. Does my voice sound better?
A little froggy with the Vegas flu or whatever.
I called it I did have a case of the Nashville flu.
Nashville hot flu.
Yeah.
We'll talk about that in a moment. But
what a weekend!
I want to start today's show with what went down last night at Minges Coliseum. How about 20 wins for your ECU women's basketball team?
Yeah.
Chandler and I were at the game. We left early to head over to AJ's for sports trivia. All we missed, Chandler, was an ECU comeback and 3 overtimes.
We basically missed a whole nother game.
Pretty much.
What you should have done is not come to that part and just come to the end.
We should have done trivia early and then just gone to see the 3 overtimes.
Yeah, you did it the wrong way.
3 OTs, and the Pirates win it last night over Houston to take over second place in the AAC. I mean, this is fantastic what they've been able to do this year. 88-83, the final score. Yet another fourth quarter rally, which is what they do. We talked about it with Kim McNeil 2 days ago. She'd love to have a lead going into the fourth, but that's just not in the cards for this team. They like to do their damage late, Shirley.
Yeah, and I actually was able to watch the game, and I was sitting there because I had forgotten it. It was on the same night as trivia night. So I was thinking to myself, man, Chandler and Clip are watching in person one of the greatest games.
Not exactly.
But I was super excited, and you're right, because at one point, Houston managed to tie the game. Then they took like a small lead. It was like they were up 1, down 1. But whenever East Carolina needed something, they stiffened up that defense, forced a turnover, and that quickly turned into an easy bucket for most likely Danae McNeil. But it was just a lot of fun to watch.
And could you imagine this level of success in the basketball program with the men also?
No.
Both programs at this level of success, what it would be like.
When has East Carolina ever been second, finished second in the conference?
This is why I'm saying you have to imagine it.
Yeah.
Because it hasn't happened. It's not reality, but could it happen?
Rather than doing that, I would just like to appreciate the women for actually doing it.
No, I know, it's awesome, but I'm saying it can be done in Minges.
Yes.
So it has been done. Yeah. The women are having great success.
Yes.
And I think that's awesome. What I'm saying is, wouldn't it be awesome, too, for the men to share and also turn the program around like Kim McNeil has done?
Yes.
And you get both programs clicking on all cylinders.
Yes.
And you're saying you can't even imagine it.
I'm saying I'm living in the real world right now where the ECU women are second place in the American.
All right, Chandler, could you imagine the men being able to do this?
I could, but, it's not happening right now, so I don't even want to think about it.
What if they beat Houston this weekend?
That's not going to change.
Then
they'll be 2 games over 500.
They'll be in 8th place.
But this is a step in the right direction for them.
Obviously. What's your argument here?
I'm just saying this is the blueprint.
Yeah.
Yes, what Kim McNeil has done, we need to let's go do that on that side of it too.
Okay. Well, tell Mike Schwartz.
He's working on it.
He had a press conference earlier today. You should have mentioned that to him. Hey, buddy, you see what Kim McNeil's doing right here in this building? What are you doing?
Get with the program.
I feel that he's working on that.
Yeah.
That you got to take steps before you can run. But
Just saying it.
Look, the ECU men's basketball is building, folks. They've been building since 1932, and now it's starting to pay off. Hey, look, I'm jacked up. We did the Would You Rather yesterday.
The foundation's just been on quicksand up until now.
Yeah, we keep building and it keeps sinking at the same time, so we're staying at the same level.
Yeah.
Would you rather, Troy D, win the baseball series against North Carolina or beat Houston in hoops?
What a negative way to look at things, Clip. I mean, really. Why don't you just be a positive pirate again? I mean, you're so negative. You want me to imagine? I'm just trying to imagine ECU men's basketball winning, and you're all over me. Here you are with a negative. Which one who do you want to lose?
I got to find that guy's comment. That was
Alan. He was actually a friend of the program, but I couldn't tell.
What program?
Pirate Radio. He used to work for the Daily Reflector.
I don't know.
Yeah, I know him. I like Al. I mean, he's a nice guy, I'm saying. But I couldn't tell whether he was being serious or trying to clown you. You want to read it so the folks explain? Well, you put that out there online.
Yeah. And we'll get Troy D's answer because he loves giving straightforward answers and not wavering. Would you rather ECU win the baseball series versus North Carolina or beat #1 Houston in Minges Saturday night? Alan Wooten says, not the football coach, but a former, used to work at the Reflector, you say?
Yeah.
He said, in the running for the most disrespectful internal question ever. Of all time.
Wow. Don't disrespect me, bro.
He said, ECU Athletics family treats programs like their children. Asking to pick one to lose? #SMH.
SMH.
Oh, he's not done with the hashtags. #be better. #be positive. Pirate flag emoji. #proud to be in the @Pirate Club at ECU Baseball season tickets holder X2. Got ticket emoji for @ECU Basketball. Is this Alan Thomas or Alan Wooten? So potentially the most disrespectful thing he's ever seen in his life.
Alan is ticked.
Dude. He is so
My first thought was, wow, he hasn't seen a lot of disrespectful things then, if this is the worst.
He's been on the nice side of the internet.
Boy, hey, is this his first day on Twitter? Because I've seen a lot of disrespectful things on Twitter that far exceed this question, which creates thought and dialogue and conversation.
Kind of what we do on Sports Talk Radio.
Which I thought was fair, actually. I thought it was something interesting. And when I saw it, it made me think so much, I couldn't even post an answer because I needed a day to think about it.
We got Troy D's head spinning.
I was like, wow. So the option is...
I appreciate you taking it so seriously.
You beat Houston.
Yeah.
In #1 team in the country.
Yeah.
Or, now, here, I needed some clarification on this clip, and this was part of the reason, too. You said win the series. So is that 2-1 or is it a sweep the series?
Win the series.
So it could be 2-1.
Could be 2, could be 3.
Okay, that's fair. Then that clarifies it for me. If I have to pick, and a younger Troy D would have never said this, but an older Troy D can imagine this. And even though I love beating the Tar Heels in any sport that we play them in, the chance to have the #1 team in the nation on your home court doesn't come around very often, Clip Rock. In fact,
how about never?
This is a one-of-one situation.
Yeah.
It has never happened before. They have played a couple times a #1 team in past on the road.
On the road.
Never at home. The opportunity to beat the #1 team in the nation and a storm the court and a magic moment like that in Minges is too much for me to pass up. And I am saying take the Houston win.
All right. I lean that way as well for many of the reasons you stated. We are on... Not that Sports Center is really a thing that much anymore, but we're on Sports Center. More importantly, in today's age, we're on all over social media.
Yeah.
You're going to see it everywhere you look. #1 goes down.
Yep.
You're going to see video of the court storm.
Yep.
You're going to see
We're going to be able to play the Tar Heels again in baseball, God willing. We may never play Houston again in basketball.
Yeah.
So our final game with them could be this.
Yeah.
I say take it.
Also, I've seen people say, well, this could go a long way. Like, the basketball win won't mean anything for postseason. Well, by the way, last year, East Carolina lost 2 of 3 to North Carolina and hosted a super regional at Clark LeClaire for the first time ever. Just saying. That happened just last year.
Yeah.
Could happen again.
Gives you something to build on. It's another building block that Coach Schwartz and the guys could then build on. Hey, we're capable of doing this. We beat the #1 team in the country. We can make this happen. We just got to copy and repeat. Copy and repeat, whatever they do.
Well, last night...
God, you had me believing we just beat Houston for a second.
Yeah. You know what you should do? You love Fantasyland. You got to hear me and Igo's segment from yesterday. We went over the conference tournament brackets, the road for ECU to win it. We took it a step further. What seed would ECU be in the tournament? Jeez. I looked at bracketology to see who we would match up with. Troy, we're talking about facing Jaden Gardner in Virginia in Greensboro in a 3-14 matchup.
You went deep into fantasy. You must have had a lot of time to kill.
The other three was Mike Schwartz's old team, Tennessee, in Greensboro.
They love these storylines.
We do that fantasy segment every year with Igo. It was a lot of fun yesterday.
Yeah.
I think you would enjoy that.
Those are good. Those are good matchups.
Yep.
Nice sigh. I like that.
All right.
Not as good as a pro, but nice.
Yeah, I'm learning.
All right.
I'm learning my size.
You're getting there.
Boy,
You're getting damn close.
Alan Wooten had me sighing. A lot of people, man. I thought about this Tuesday. He's. I just gotta avoid the comments because people are really getting on my nerves. Troy, we got it. We'll address this in a moment.
Oh, my God. Lane Kiffin is tweeting about the wedding I was just at.
How random is that?
I got to tell you, I've been a lot of banging parties.
Let's get a break in.
Okay. But I've never, I'll just leave with this cliffhanger for people that don't know, because I didn't make a big deal about it going there. And I really haven't said anything publicly about it since. It's the first wedding I've ever been at. The very next day was all over People magazine.
Yeah.
I would say a celebrity wedding. And it was like being in a reality TV show. It was the wildest bleep I've ever seen.
All right.
The whole weekend. I'll share details with you. And Lane Kiffin now tweeting about it.
Yeah. Come to the SIP. We'll tell you all about that. We'll get Troy D's Nashville wedding trip story and more when we return. Hour 1, Pirate Radio Live on a hot Thursday. Back with you after this.
At Papa John's, we start with better. Like marinated oven roasted chicken tossed in our new hot lemon pepper sauce, kind of better. And now you can find them on the Papa Pairings menu. Get 2 or more Papa Pairings favorites for just $6.99 each, only from Papa John's.
Hey, Pirate fans, Papa John's is the MVP move for game day or any day. Place your order online at papajohns.com and sign up for Papa Rewards. Papa John's, better ingredients, better pizza. Go Pirates!
The convenience of Pitt Greenville Airport is waiting just outside your front door. Service is back, so you're connected to destinations worldwide through flights from American Airlines. Plan your next trip. Book your flights today at flypgv.com or aa.com.
Avoid the long check-in lines and congestion at the big airports and fly local at PGV. Fast, convenient, and close to home, PGV has American Airline flights perfect for your next trip. Book today at aa.com. PGV, where the pirates fly.
This is Stephen Igo. You've heard from me plenty on Pirate Radio Live and perhaps have read some of my work on hoistthecolors.net. Now, get an extension of our in-depth coverage on the Hoist the Colors podcast. From game previews to immediate post-game analysis to emergency podcasts for breaking news, we've got you covered. A cast of guest co-hosts from fans, former coaches, and other writers join me for 2 podcasts weekly to break down all things ECU athletics. Subscribe to Hoist the Colors now on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or Google Podcasts.
Do you want to get rid of wrinkles, tighten and lift your skin, smooth your skin texture, erase veins and brown spots, get rid of unwanted hair and under-eye fat pads? Are you interested in Botox or filler? Contact the licensed professionals at Beauty Bar Medispa for a free consultation and ask about our newest technologies and treatments. Learn more at beautybarmedispa.com. Red Banks Road, Greenville. Enjoy your visit, love your transformation, and go Pirates!
Bud Light was brewed to be delicious and easy to drink beer, even when little things in life are hard, like when you're working late and happy hour has already started, but you're about to clock out and head over. Bud Light, easy to drink, easy to enjoy. Pick up Bud Light at your local retailer today. Bud Light, the official beer of the ECU Pirates, and proudly distributed by Carolina Eagle Distributing since 1989. Enjoy responsibly. Anheuser-Busch, Bud Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
Did you know Jersey Mike's freshly grills hot subs right in front of you? It's a Jersey Mike's thing. And did you know I, Danny DeVito, am wearing a very cool shirt?
All statements about fresh grilling at Jersey Mike's are true. All statements about Mr. DeVito's shirt cannot be legally confirmed.
Nonsense. It's a great shirt.
Agree to disagree.
I want a second opinion.
The shirt is just okay.
Who are you?
A second opinion.
Grilled right in front of you. It's a Jersey Mike's thing. A sub above.
With over 30 locations across North Carolina and southeastern Virginia, Quality Equipment is your local John Deere dealer, where you'll find everything you need for your next project. Our complete lineup of John Deere lawn and garden, agricultural, and commercial worksite equipment comes with years of experience, expertise, and dedication. We know what it takes to get it done right. Stop by today or visit us online at qualityequip.com.
For the latest from the world of golf. Tune in every Saturday morning from 8 to 10 for the Golf Shop Radio Show, presented by PlayGolfMyrtleBeach.com, the golf capital of the world. Hosts Mark Greenhelch and Matt Blanchard talk golf from tee to green and everything in between. If you like golf, you're going to love Golf Shop Radio. Before you tee up, drop on in. Welcome to the Golf Shop.
I intend to see to it that any man who sails under a pirate flag or wears a pirate brand gets what he deserves.
Pirate Radio,
I think it'd be rather exciting to meet a pirate.
the voice of the pirate nation. You're listening to Hour 1 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour is brought to you by University PC Care, your local tech support experts for all your personal and business needs. Visit universitypccare.com to learn more today. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. Grab your amigos and head to Chico's for the best Mexican food and fun in Greenville. Come and enjoy favorites like shrimp tacos, steak and chicken fajitas, burritos, enchiladas, ACP, and more. Follow Chico's on Facebook and Instagram for daily updates. For Mexican food and fun, it's got to be Chico's for dine-in or to go. Now let's head back into PRL. Here's Clip.
Back with you, Pirate Radio Live. We got a lot to get to on today's program, including Look and Listen, Buddy. Seymour coming up in hour number 2. We'll play All-Star edition of Name That Sound. Chandler Honeycutt voted to the All-Star game after going 0-5.
I'm the Huntley of Name That Sound.
Yeah, I couldn't make it to the All-Star game, so you are filling in for me as the only other competitor.
Yeah.
And Shirley Rhodes will play today. I've got a few sounds. We'll do that in hour 2. We got our Flight by Yuengling practice report. You'll hear what Mike Schwartz had to say. Brandon Manning going to join us to talk some Pirate baseball ahead of ECU, North Carolina, and the big man on campus, Jeff Nadu from Barstool Sports, talking college hoops. We'll also hear what Kim McNeil had to say last night. So we got a lot to do, but the people want to hear about Troy D's trip to Nashville to see a big old country celebrity wedding.
Yeah, it was fun. So a lot of folks, longtime listeners to Pirate Radio, will remember intern Briley. She's one of those folks. We've had hundreds probably of interns come through these doors over the last 20 years, Clip. Some of you remember, some of you probably don't. There's probably a handful of you guys maybe remember.
We all remember way more than you.
Yeah, true. But Briley, I would say, the most memorable intern we've ever had. I'm not saying the best. I'm not saying the hardest worker. I'm saying the most memorable. Would you say that's fair?
Yeah. Fair.
Okay. If you met Briley, she truly left a lasting impact here at Pirate Radio.
Mm-hmm.
That's not made up.
She was on a duet with myself for Jeff Lebo, Time of My Life.
She's a great singer. She does have a wonderful voice.
Great singer.
Absolutely. And we remained friendly and close after she left here. And Briley moved on in her professional career. And this is, Briley has dated some celebrities before. She's dated an NFL player before.
Major League Baseball,
NASCAR. She has, she has dated some very popular. Briley has been a popular, person that stars want to be with.
Unfortunately, I had NBA as my last slot on the bingo card, and
not happen.
Didn't get bingo.
Country music star though has now been filled, and she met Marcus King, who I did not know until she met him who he was. But he is in the world of country music, in his genre of country music, which he doesn't like to be typecast in anything other than country, but it's not bro country. It's not, necessarily pop hit country, although he is very successful and very popular. And it's almost like a blues type country that he does.
Mike P. asking, will Troy be done with this story before hour 3 of Pirate Radio Live? To be determined.
Not with interruptions like this, Mike.
You're not helping, Mike.
Anyway, so that's whose wedding it was. So she married Marcus King. I'm trying to give some background, Mike, for people that haven't followed the story and don't know everything like you do. All right, sorry.
Let's talk about what you packed in your suitcase.
So,
how was the drive to the airport?
It was fine. I had a lovely experience flying out of Pitt Greenville, by the way.
All right.
It was fantastic. Everything ran on time. It was very nice. So it was a 2-day event. I went a day early, to take in Nashville, because if I'm going out there, I might as well enjoy ourselves on Broadway and everything else. And the Saturday night was what you would refer to as a rehearsal dinner party. And they had rented out a very nice facility in downtown Nashville. And the first thing I noticed was the stage had this huge, ring on it, like this inflatable ring. I'm like, what the hell is that? And then once I got up, I saw, there's a mechanical bull in here. And that was part of the party, that, hey, you want to come ride a mechanical bull, go crazy.
Did you participate?
Heck no, I wasn't going to do that, Clip Rock. There was no way I could see myself injuring myself, making an ass out of myself. I'm not riding a mechanical bull.
All right.
Well, 5 vodka Red Bulls later and some peer pressure, Troy D was on the mechanical bull.
Oh, my.
And I guess you did not see my Facebook post where I put the video and picture out there.
How long did he last, Chandler?
Literally 2 seconds.
No, that is BS.
Unbelievable.
It was 4 seconds. It was time. Joe Askew got a picture of it. There was a clock they kept the first time. And I will say this.
It was very quick.
A lot harder than it looked. And someone's like, why did you jump off so soon? I said, I didn't jump off. The damn thing threw me off. And I wasn't in my clearest mind at the time. And 2, it is extremely difficult. And I have a new respect for bull riders because it was hard just riding this mechanical thing.
Well, that's the great thing about riding a bull as opposed to a vehicle. You can ride that with a, BAC over 0.08. You can be 0.24 and ride a bull. Anyway, carry on.
Encouraging that.
So it was fun. It was a wild party.
You're not encouraging getting drunk and riding a mechanical bull? Did I just offend somebody? Is Alan Wooten going to cancel me again?
It's the most offensive thing he's heard all day.
Hashtag.
Breaking news, I'm actually Alan Wooten.
Hashtag, that's bull. Hashtag.
That is probably the most disrespectful thing you've ever said.
Carry on, Troy.
So anyway, it was a great party. Our friend Carter Cruz was there, who is actually sorority sisters with Briley.
For folks that don't know, who is Carter Cruz?
Carter Cruz used to be in the entertainment business and is now a DJ.
For adults or kids?
Adults. I'd say definitely adults.
She did not do kids parties.
Yeah. And she was cool. I talked to her for a while. We've had her on this program. I mean, we've talked to her before.
You've interviewed her when she was...
multiple times.
Yeah.
We're friends. And she said... it's like, look, this is a lot of fun. Look, you like my cowboy hat? Looks pretty sweet.
All right, I'm going to see when it starts going. 2, 3, 4.
Yeah,
I'll give you 4. Yep, that was accurate.
I got, and it's not how long you ride the bullets if you get back on it. And I got back on it clip. The next time was 6 seconds.
Way to go.
I figured if I kept improving 2 seconds every time, I'd really have something to show for it. But as I said, no experience, never done it, had no idea what to expect. So that was something I've never done before. Number one.
Bucket list.
Carter was saying, she don't get invited to many weddings sometimes, as you can imagine. People have stigmas and different things. So she was having a great time.
The wives don't like
a little jealousy sometimes. But then came the wedding night the next night. And we were all hurting because it was such a fun night the night before. I was afraid some people wouldn't make the wedding night.
Hurting. Oh, you said hurting.
Hurting.
Like bulls.
Like hurting. We were hurting, hungover. The wedding was in the center of downtown Nashville, right off Broadway. They rented out this beautiful symphony place. I mean, I can't imagine. First of all, look, you know me. I like nice things, but I can't imagine what this place costs just to rent out. Forget the party. Just to rent the place out had to be a mind-blowing number. So they have this whole place.
Let me look up Marcus King net worth real quick.
Honestly, this wedding, they must have spent $1 million on this wedding. It wouldn't surprise me. And what is this net worth?
Estimated $1.5 million.
Okay, maybe it was
earned.
$500,000. But
Yeah.
Anyway, so officiating the wedding is Jamie Johnson, who is in, I believe, the Country Music Hall of Fame.
You should have seen it in color.
What's that?
You should have seen it in color.
That's the song?
I don't know. I don't know if that's his original song, but he sings it and is known for
This
singing
guy?
that song.
With the beard?
Yeah.
Okay. So he officiated the wedding. He was extremely hilarious. The most entertaining service I've ever been to. And it was quick. I swear it was like 10, 15 minutes in and out. It was fast. Extremely
Now
funny.
that's awesome.
Yes, that's a sign of a good wedding to me.
That's
the service
awesome.
is fast. They didn't drag it out for an hour. I've been to some that'll take an hour. This was, honest to God, it was 15 minutes tops. Then they moved to the pre-party, while they're setting up or taking pictures. There's bars all over the place. We're just talking to everybody. I bump into a guy. I look at him. It's Zach Brown from the Zach Brown Band.
Mm-hmm.
And now, maybe you don't know the Zach Brown Band. Some people, that's a superstar.
I have heard of the Zach Brown Band.
Great artist.
Give me a song, Chandler.
You know I like my chicken fried.
That's that one. Yeah.
Cold beer on
Huge
Friday
hit.
night.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, huge
Knee
hit.
deep. With,
Knee deep in the water somewhere.
Yep.
So
Jimmy Buffett.
Thought Zach Brown was there with his wife. Super nice guy. And we go into the venue. The venue is just absolutely amazing. And once again, you can see the pictures clip that I posted online. But we get there, bars all over the place. Another thing I've never seen before at a wedding, they introduce the couple. Usually the DJ plays a song that they want. Like when I got married originally, I had Purple Haze that we came out to. When Briley, they were getting ready to come down the stairs. It was a very dramatic staircase. All of a sudden, a marching band shows up. And a marching band starts playing. And then they introduce Briley and Marcus, Mr. and Mrs. King. Yes. I think I did. I've
now
never,
I pronounce you Mr. and Mrs. Marcus King.
I've seen a lot of stuff. I've never seen a marching band at a wedding.
Wasn't it like it wasn't a high school band?
It was a high school band.
It was a high school band.
Here, I'm going to play it for you. Pull it down, Shirley. I'm going to see if I can get this audio to work.
So how many were in the band, Troy D? Oh, wow, okay.
They had,
they even had the uniforms on.
Oh, wow.
Rounds.
I got to say, that's actually a great idea.
And they played a couple songs. It was incredible.
Like call D.H. Conley and be like, hey, how much to rent your band?
And I'm not sure if that was Marcus's high school, but I know he gave them a great gifting gratuity for that.
They added a addition to the gym or something.
Yeah. So it's now King Gymnasium or something.
Yeah.
And when he makes it top of the charts, those band members can be like, I played at that guy's wedding.
Yeah. So the other thing I saw was next to one of the bars, it had one of those grass display, there's fake grass. Sometimes you can take pictures in front of, and it had a neon sign that said tattoo over. I'm like, why do they call this bar Tattoo Bar? That's weird. Starting to line up. And I bleep you not. The first guy in line is Pirate Radio listener UPS Joe. Legendary caller UPS Joe is Briley's uncle, who was at the wedding also.
We used to play as a return or his line all the time.
I did not know that he was related to Briley.
Oh, yeah.
So he is Uncle Joe to Briley.
We're not the North Carolina Tar Heels, and we're not the NC State Wolfpack. We're the East Carolina Pirates, and we're damn proud of it.
Yes. Uncle Joe is first at line at what I then realized was a tattoo bar at the wedding. And anyone that wanted one
I think it is?
could get a free tattoo. And I'm not talking about henna tattoos. I'm talking about
real deal.
Laser in your skin, Shirley Rhodes, real tattoos. It was unbelievable. And they had 50 people, I think, lined up to get tattoos.
So they just have like one artist?
They had one artist and one assistant.
That's so smart, too, because many people are drinking. They're like, let's get a tattoo.
They had a sheet of what you could choose from. So it wasn't like, hey, I want a full color. It was a sheet of like probably 100 different symbols or you could do your own as long as they were like 1 or 2 colors was the most, because there were so many people that wanted it. They couldn't go full crazy. But there were a lot of options, and because Joe's was customized. His wasn't on the board. But I don't think you could go but so crazy with the colors.
So did you get one?
Well, let's see your lower back. What you get?
Just like the riding of the bull, I started the night saying, hell no, I'm never getting one of these.
Yeah?
A few glasses of wine.
Uh-huh.
I definitely decided I'm not getting a dolphin over my ankle.
I thought you were going to get the Peach Bowl ring or something.
I got to tell you,
I was going to say,
there was a moment after I saw Joe get it and he wasn't crying and in too much pain. I was like, this would be an epic story if I ended up with a tattoo after this wedding.
Yeah.
Yeah, because the last time you got anywhere near a tattoo needle, you turned pale white and nearly passed out.
And I was afraid, as much alcohol as I've had that weekend, what could happen. My blood was the stream was already a little too thin. I was a little worried.
You end up with a face tattoo like The Hangover. Mike Tyson was there.
I mean, I don't want to say passed out. I took a nap, or later in the evening they had some they had lounge couches available like out the dance floor, like it looked like something P. Diddy would have, and they were very comfortable. I mean, it was
a tattoo bar.
I've never seen a tattoo bar. What a cool idea. People loved it there, especially in Nashville. Never seen a marching band. It was a full, great dinner. Like we had steak dinner, sit down dinner. It was close to 500 people there, Clip.
Wow.
And and then a great band, party all night. I mean, it went till after midnight. It was wild. I mean, it was a lot of fun. Then they handed out trucker hats with all funny sayings as party favors.
Awesome.
It was pretty cool.
Any other celebs? Is that about it?
Marcus King is, for a lot of people, is a celeb. People Magazine was there putting pictures of him in the wedding the next day. But I think there were some other country stars there.
Right.
But I might, once you're there and you see people out of context, you may not know exactly.
You need to wear name tags.
Yeah, some of them I wouldn't know their faces, but I might know their names. Zach Brown, I knew his face, but it's possible there were I think there were some other bands there and stuff too.
All right. Kenny says y'all should do that at the Pirate Radio Tailgate Zone this season.
A tattoo bar?
A tattoo artist.
Well, what we should do is skull and crossbones only. That'd be kind of cool.
Here are your options. Yeah. Boom. Pirate Radio logo. That's all we got.
Yeah.
Mike P says Marcus King rocks much more blues than country.
That's what I said. I said he's in the country blues category. Yeah.
So there you go. Troy D's Nashville
I'm actually
wedding.
looking for the article on people.
Mike asked what I had beef, Marcus. Mike.
Beef.
For dinner.
It's what's for dinner.
Yes.
Gonna read his other comment there.
Which one?
Can't wait to go directly to the Houston game in Minji's after Troy's story is over. I think we're about done. I mean, are we done?
Yeah, that's it.
That's it? Okay.
Yeah. So I met a couple new celebrities that I haven't talked to before, touched some new guys. It was good. Kenny Curlins, how was Legends, Troy? It was good. Stop by there. Legends is one of my favorite spots in Nashville. I like that bar a lot.
For those of us that don't know, what is Legends?
Legends is a legendary bar and honky tonk there, right on the corner. It's probably at the hot corner in Broadway, right downtown Nashville. It is what it is. It's legendary. The place is called Legends. A lot of fun. And then I spent a lot of time up at the top, the 5th floor of Blake Shelton's bar called Old Red. It was very cheap. Most people don't want to go to the very top because it's mostly stairs. So by the time you get to the 3rd floor, most people are cashed out.
You're not most people.
I'm not most people.
Yeah.
I took it to the top, and I was rewarded. There was an acoustic duo, Shirley, you would have loved, and I tipped them, and they played Purple Rain. They had never played that before, acoustic. I recorded some of it. I should play it for y'all during the break. It was amazing. She goes, this is going to be a little bit different. I've never tried this before, and she was incredible with it. And the crowd, by the way, loved it. Huge feedback from them playing Purple Rain, and I bet you it's part of their repertoire now.
I just love that you were bragging about how you walked 5 flights of stairs while the average person couldn't do it.
I gotta be honest, a little winded by the time I got on the top, Clip.
You said most people don't do it because they can't handle it.
It's true. Most people aren't looking to climb 5 flights of stairs to go get a beer.
You went the
It was
extra
the
mile.
smallest crowd of all the. That's why I liked it. It was the smallest group of people up there.
Troy added to his best friends list. Move over Jamie Presley, says Steve Hill.
I can tell you what he had for dinner.
Who's that? Marcus King?
Yeah, well,
Troy D?
Yes. It was a dinner that was catered that included winter pear salad.
It did. That was very good, by the way.
What, pear?
Pear.
Yeah.
There's all the pears. We found the pears.
We found the pears.
There's the pear.
Jack Daniel's barrel smoked short ribs,
Yeah, that's what I had. That was really good.
which I'd be down to.
And I got
some
to be
of that.
honest, I'm not a short rib guy,
Oh,
but
God.
boy, they were delicious. I did eat them.
Sage crusted chicken.
I didn't see anyone with the chicken.
And
I saw
now
beef
this
and
one's
fish.
interesting: a pistachio
Halibut.
and orange pan roasted halibut.
Yeah.
So those were your three options.
Those were your three options.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think you made the right
The
call.
short rib, and there was no fat on it. It was all like just lean, soft. Like you didn't have to use a knife. It just the meat just melted. Right
Now, are
in
you
the mouth.
comfortable with a national publication like covering you, like being in this celebrity spotlight? You got people talking about your meal.
No big deal.
You're okay with it?
I mean, all the years of being here, Clip, you kind of get used to it.
Now, Troy, you'd say you're not a dessert guy, but I do have the dessert list.
I did.
Can't wait to hear what he had for dessert.
I did.
Pie pops,
Yeah, they were all. It was like a lollipop, but it was a apple pie on it.
Wow. Okay.
key lime bites on edible graham cracker spoons.
I missed that one.
Sounds pretty.
I saw the bread pudding. I think is what I had.
Yes, Jack Daniel's whiskey bread pudding.
That's what I had. I would have gone key lime if I saw it. I missed
And
it.
Clip, you and I would have liked this one, a tater tot station.
Yeah, they did have that at the
Why'd
end.
you leave me out? I love tater tots.
Get
Oh,
out
I'm
of here.
sorry,
That's for
Chandler.
us.
Tater
So
tots.
what is that? Like
I think that's a throwback.
loaded.
Yeah, I think that's kind of Briley loves Sup Dogs tater tots.
Yeah.
So I think that was kind of a throwback for her.
Ooh.
You know, one of her treats.
I like that idea.
So it was kind of cool.
And the trucker hats were from a Texas-based company called Uncle Becca's Inappropriate Trucker Hats.
Yeah, they were all funny sayings.
Did you get one?
Absolutely.
What's yours say? Can
Not
you say?
okay.
That's what it
It
says.
says not okay.
Huh.
Yeah. Does it mean
Accurate.
you're not okay? Or does it mean I'm not okay? Maybe it's both.
A little bit of both.
Yeah.
Mike P says, "Why didn't you lead with the tater tot station, Troy?" I'm with you.
I forgot about it, but now that you mention it, I guess that was in the People magazine article. It was cool. By then I was so full, Shirley, I didn't have any. I was stuffed.
Speaking of which, Kenny says, "Did People magazine ask you for an interview?"
I did not. I didn't want to overshadow their moment, Clip.
Yeah.
I was trying to be
You're
respectful.
not a big spotlight
I was
guy.
happy to be a guest, and it was nice just to show up and not have to be the center of attention.
All right. Awesome. Hey, good recap.
It was fun, man. I got to tell you, I've never been to anything like it. It was wild.
I tell you what, the next wedding you get invited to, that guy or gal, like, they got a tough act to follow.
Yeah, and look, money's not everything, but it's the thought that went into all the stuff that I thought was really unique. And I didn't even talk about like the flowers, the arrangements, the way the tables were, the candles, the lighting. It was
You know what it takes
absolutely
to
amazing.
get those thoughts,
all that stuff.
put those thoughts into fruition? Money.
It does.
I could think about that all day, and it wouldn't happen.
Yeah, but I mean, but it's the stuff you don't think about. Like, they might have had $100,000 just in flowers. Honestly, they were that fabulous, and usually I don't even notice that stuff. It was unbelievable.
By the way, we have a question from Ellerby. He says, "What gift did you give yourself for the wedding?"
Cowboy hat.
Actually, you know what? I don't know. I like that cowboy hat so much. That was actually Briley's brother's hat that I borrowed, and it fit so good. The next day we were on Broadway. I started trying on. I almost bought a cowboy hat because I said this could be my new thing. Like I could be Cowboy Troy. Like this could be like.
They already have a Cowboy Troy.
I know, but I could be a local Cowboy Troy. But anyway, I was like, I really like the fit of this hat. It feels great. It's full coverage in the summertime. I was like, this could be my thing here.
I should have been a cowboy.
Tried one on Clip Rock. I was like, this kind of feels nice. And then
learn to rope and ride.
And then something changed my mind.
Price?
$525.
Good God Almighty!
The hat that I was trying on.
Oh, for that price, they better do my dishes.
So I did. I passed on the cowboy hat. I said,
My
you know what?
word!
I think I'm going to stick to some Pirate Radio baseball lids. Are just fine with me.
500 bones for a cowboy.
And you can go up from there.
All right.
You can find cheaper ones, but the ones I like, they were the high dollar ones.
Troy D is going to be on season 5 of Yellowstone.
But then I thought about, man, some boots. Like I was like, maybe I could go with some boots and cowboy hat right here. If I lived in Nashville, I would have it. I feel like I'd be too out of place and a poser wearing that stuff here. But if I lived there and I could wear it all the time and just blend in, because everybody's got one out there and nobody thinks twice about it.
They're all like private school rich kid cowboys that don't know what cowboying even is. So you would fit right in.
Yeah. So if I lived in Nashville, or let's say Fort Worth, I'd have one.
All right. We got to take a break.
Yeah.
Cowboy Troy.
I got some Major League Baseball news. By the way, spring training starting tomorrow with Rangers Royals at 3:05, Mariners Padres at 3:10, and then Saturday my Washington Nationals will be taking the field. And I just saw that the starting pitcher for Game 1 of spring training will be Whiteville native and former East Carolina commit Mackenzie
Gore. All right.
Kenny Curling's asking, can't wait for next week's story about Stanford Steve. Funny he mentions that.
Stanford.
I'm scheduled to meet Stanford Steve this weekend. So I hope to have a good story for you next week.
When you meeting him?
This weekend, when he comes to Greenville.
Tomorrow?
I don't want to really give details right now, but I am scheduled to meet him this weekend.
All right. Let's take a break.
Why does it matter?
Because
it would have been awesome.
We have Pirate Radio and Pirate Radio Live Friday. It'd be cool to have him on Pirate Radio.
I will effort that if he's here in time.
Thank you.
Yes, of course, Clip. I'm sorry. I didn't know that's where you're headed, but 100%.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Take a break. Come back. More to go at PRL after this. Chico's in downtown Greenville is celebrating 40 years of business all month long in March with a special anniversary menu. Grab your amigos and enjoy blasts from the past menu favorites. And coming up on Saturday, March 11th, join Chico's for their 40th anniversary fiesta with music by Purple School Bus and DJ Dog from 1 to 6 in the Chico's parking lot. Brought to you by Minji's Bottling Group, Bud Light, and U.S. Foods. Chico's, where the fiesta never ends.
If you wake up in the morning with a backache, feeling more tired than you did when you went to bed, you probably need a new mattress. And the best place to get that mattress is Factory Mattress. Hi, I'm Kirk Smith, General Manager. For more than 40 years, Factory Mattress has been Greenville and Wilson's local mattress dealer. We guarantee the lowest price on the area's best selection with over 50 models to choose from. No seconds or overruns. Factory Mattress offers only first quality direct from the manufacturer. Sealy Posturepedic, Beauty Rest, Stearns & Foster, and Tempur-Pedic. The most highly trained sales associates with over 60 years of combined experience. Same as cash financing with zero interest up to 48 months and free local delivery. Face it, to have a good day, you've got to have a good night. So sleep better knowing you saved money at Factory Mattress, locally owned on Greenville Boulevard in Greenville, on Forest Hills Road in Wilson, on the web at factorymattressusa.com, and a proud member of Pirates Supporting Pirates.
Love is in the air at your CBD store. Enjoy in-store Valentine's bundles to mix and match the perfect pair for body and mind. Our CBD is award-winning, third-party tested, and only available at your CBD store, Greenville. Make your CBD store your go-to spot for natural sleep, recovery, and overall wellness. Your CBD store, 420 East Arlington Boulevard, and call ahead for pickup at 999-5127.
Must be 18 years of age. This statement has not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease.
The Rick House is Eastern North Carolina's premier restaurant and bourbon authority. Jefferson's, Basil Hayden, Woodford Reserve, and a Midwinter Night's Dram are just a few of the incredible bourbon options. The Rick House features the very best steaks and fresh, made-from-scratch pastas. The Rick House can host your corporate event or special parties in the 3,000-square-foot banquet hall. Join the Rick House for Sunday brunch from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. and for the wine tastings on the last Friday of every month. The Rick House.
Hi, I'm Annalie Newhoff.
And I'm Rob Campbell.
And we are with CopyPro. We have been locally owned and operated here in Eastern North Carolina for almost 50 years. CopyPro is the leader in office technology.
Does your business struggle with keeping printing costs low or producing professional documents? Here at CopyPro, total customer satisfaction is our #1 priority.
We have a variety of solutions to help reduce your printing expenses and make your business more productive. Call us today at 1-800-682-6558 or online at copypro.net.
CopyPro. We are the professional office systems people.
Hey, Pirate Nation. This is Brian Buck with Buck Insurance Agency. This season, when you attend your favorite sporting event, take the game day pledge. If your team is playing, win or lose, support your team to the end of the game. When you leave early, you risk missing your favorite athlete making the play of their career. When our family buys a ticket, we always plan to stay to the very end. Take the game day pledge this season with Buck Insurance Agency. Play to the end, stay to the end.
Greenville's newest sports bar is officially open. Coco's Sports Bar, located in the old Professor O'Cool's location right off of Greenville Boulevard, has daily specials, including $2.50 aluminum bottles on Tuesdays and $1 wings on Wednesdays. Along with their great food, Coco's has great entertainment for you and the crew to enjoy with karaoke on Thursdays, a live DJ on Fridays, and live music every Saturday night. Check out Coco's Sports Bar on Facebook for the latest information on menu items, drink and lunch specials, and more. Go Pirates!
Pirate Radio.
You know, East Carolina deserves to go to Omaha. People should be worried about us. We're going to be really good, and I'm not afraid to say it on record.
The voice of the Pirate Nation. You're listening to Hour 1 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour is brought to you by University PC Care, your local tech support experts for all your personal and business needs. Visit universitypccare.com to learn more today. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. University PC Care has been Pirate Nation's go-to IT expert since 2006 and are the local tech support experts for any of your business needs. Let University PC Care take care of it so you can take care of business. Visit universitypccare.com to learn more today. Now let's head back into PRL. Here's Clip.
Back with you, Pirate Radio Live, talking some ECU men's hoops with Seymour coming up in about 15 minutes. We got Name That Sound. We got our Flight by Yingling ECU practice report. Brandon Manning talking Pirate baseball. Jeff Nadu talking college hoops. And we'll hear what Kim McNeil had to say after an emotional victory last night in Minges over the Houston Cougars. So got all that coming up, recapping Troy D's trip to Nashville, where he was hanging out with the big wigs of country music and life.
Yeah. Good folks, though. You know, country, they always say, the country music singers are most real, as far as, they don't let the celebrity get to them like some of these Hollywood actors and stuff. I'd say that's fair.
Tell me more about the extravagant wedding that you just went to.
Yeah, but like Marcus King is genuinely like a nice guy. Like he's not.
I've seen a lot of comments.
A showboat. He's saying that same. Briley's the showboat. She's the. Look, Briley's got a great voice. I could see her, one day hitting it big too.
This is like a Johnny Cash. Was it June Carter situation here?
Could
perhaps?
Be, but Marcus King is a very nice, down to earth, very nice guy. That just seems very laid back, and I guess kind of evens her out a little bit.
All right. Should we get him on Pirate Radio before he makes it too big?
No, we can wait.
He needs to be. He could be like a guest picker on the pregame show, like they do. With College Game Day.
Yeah. Well, and I think
national recording artist Marcus King.
Yeah, and maybe we can get him. When they're in town one day or something.
Yeah. When he
goes to the beach quite often.
Comes to Old K-Town.
Well, it's more Atlantic Beach, but.
There you go. And we mentioned it. So Lane Kiffin.
Oh yeah, he just tweeted about him.
So somebody made a meme, a joke that said, let me pull it up here. It had a picture of Marcus King and Briley from the People magazine exclusive photos. And someone from Ole Miss said, this is what every Ole Miss Greek alum couple looks like.
Because Marcus King has a cowboy hat on.
And then Lane Kiffin said, hashtag come to the SIP. That's what he says.
Yeah.
He wants everybody to come down to Mississippi. And he says, if you do, you can look however you look and get a beautiful girl on your arm.
I screenshotted that and sent it to Briley. And I said, I told Lane to back off. You're all East Carolina. She said, who's Lane?
Wow. That's below her. What kind of name is Lane?
How lame is Lane?
Which, by the way, ironically,
Lane Kiffin, more like it.
Ironically, you said that last summer, you said next summer, I could be meeting Lane Kiffin.
Could be the summer of Lane Kiffin.
So that could be happening in the next few months.
Could be. In fact, let me send a message out and see if he's still scheduled to appear at this party I'm supposed to be at.
Now you are a big time now. You got parties you're scheduled to be at in the summer with Lane Kiffin. Come to the SIP.
And remember, that was last summer was the summer someone reminded me of the Presley girl.
Wow, you don't even remember her name anymore.
Jamie Presley.
So big.
Yeah.
Wow.
Jamie Presley.
Jamie Presley.
Who I had a huge crush on, like all during college and most of my adulthood. But then once you meet them, Clip, they're just people, man. And I'm like kind of over it now.
You're over people?
No, Jamie Presley. Like the thought of Jamie Presley was greater than the reality.
You had a huge crush on her. She thought your name was Trey. It would have been a match made in heaven. Billy. All right.
Let me see if there's if I can get a confirmation on the Lane Kiffin thing.
A confirmation? I mean, we're still talking about months away.
Yeah,
right?
well, I mean, he'll know whether he's scheduled to appear or not.
Chad says, "Never meet your heroes or your crushes." I guess.
There's some truth to that.
Yeah,
there is some truth to that. Sometimes it does not match up with reality.
Are you saying Jamie Presley's a horrible person?
No, she's very nice. She's very
I met Donnie Wahlberg, and he was very nice.
No, Jamie Presley's a great person.
All right, you're just totally underselling her.
No, I'm just saying, like, I'm thinking of her in those movies in the 90s, and, you know, when I met her, she's obviously a little bit older, very short hair. It wasn't the same look that I had remembered her by.
All right. Was she on My Name is Earl?
Yes.
Yes, she was also in a TV show called Moms.
What was the
Mom?
What's the movie that I'm thinking of where she like hooks up with the married guy? It's like a homewrecker type deal. It was in the 90s. If you said it, Cliff.
She was in Joe Dirt.
No, it was more of a racy movie. It was kind of like, as I said, it was one of these Black Widow type movies.
Right. I'll have to look at her credits here and find that.
It's probably early 90s.
All right. Well, we'll find that at some point.
Scroll down a little bit. It's driving me crazy now.
Finders Keepers. Hot in Cleveland. See all. So anyway.
He's done a lot of stuff now.
There's that. I know.
And
There's
then
a million movies.
And then there's whatchamacallit that I'm friends with too. Actually,
Friends is
CSI Miami. I got Jamie Presley stuck in my head.
I know what you're talking about. I love that you don't even remember these
Emily Proctor.
Celebrities' names.
Emily
anymore.
Proctor is a legit like friend of mine.
Oh, she was on an episode of Silk Stockings. Great show on USA back in the 90s.
Yes, that was.
Great show.
Yeah.
Can't Hardly Wait is a great movie. Let's see.
No, Emily Proctor was in a great movie too. She was in that movie called Breast Men, if you remember that back in the day. It was a true story about the guys that invented the breast augmentation devices.
You said that's a great movie?
It was a very good movie. Yeah.
All right. I don't know the one you're talking about.
It was on HBO. I remember seeing it on HBO.
What year you think the movie you're talking about was?
93, 94.
Oh, wow. That
95.
far back?
Oh, there it is. Poison Ivy.
Okay.
That's it. The Poison Ivy movie.
Oh.
That was a good one, buddy. Those of you my age know what Poison Ivy was.
Put that.
So that was the Jamie Presley I knew and grew up
It was
with.
the 1997 direct-to-DVD film called Poison Ivy: The New Seduction.
It was outstanding.
Seduction.
It was very good. But her look there is the way I remembered her.
A sinister seductress vows to destroy a suburban family.
Great plot twist.
Starring Jamie Presley.
Yeah. And there were a lot of nude scenes in there.
Okay. Tastefully done?
Tastefully done.
Yeah.
Yes.
Boy, Poison Ivy, there's a lot of, did you see all the installments of Poison Ivy?
Most of them, yes.
You're a big Poison
Yes. Multiple times.
All right, our time's up.
But once again, I want to clear the air. She's a wonderful person.
All right.
And very nice, very down to earth. And, she's from Kinston, too.
Good old
Hey, let me tell you something. Kinston has produced two great things.
Not just NBA players.
Incredible NBA basketball players and absolutely beautiful women. That is what Kinston is known for.
Mike P. said, I worked in Blockbuster in Greenville. Dudes always rented Poison Ivy movies. There were like a million of them.
Yeah.
Chad says Poison Ivy, Drew Barrymore, I guess, was in the original. She was the original seductress. So there you go.
Yeah.
Learn something new every day.
And Chad's saying legit friend of mine, but I can't remember their name. That happens with legit friends of mine all the time.
That is true.
That is not.
To be fair to Troy. Yeah.
I mean, I forget Chandler's name half the time.
Not a big name guy.
Yeah, I'm not.
Yeah.
More of a face guy.
All right, let's, especially if you've been in Poison Ivy, you'll never forget.
Or other parts.
Yeah. Troy, enjoyed it.
Good seeing you, Clip.
We'll talk to you next week.
Sounds good.
Take a break, come back. When we return, I need you to look and listen because Seymour will join us. We'll talk Pirate Hoops and more. Back with you, Hour 2, Pirate Radio Live after this.
Drive right field. Did he get enough? Strawberry in the corner. He looks up. It's gone. 3-run homer for Murphy.
Hey, sports fans, one of the most beloved athletes ever to play for the Atlanta Braves, Dale Murphy, is coming to Greenville on Sunday, April 2nd. Table sponsorship and ticket information to a dinner with Dale Murphy is available now at pr927fm.com. Don't miss your chance to meet a living legend and hear Dale Murphy talk about his career, leadership, resilience, integrity, and more. It's a dinner with Dale Murphy, Sunday, April 2nd. Details available now at pr927fm.com.
The Buccaneer Music Hall is your beacon of music in the land of the Pirates. They're open every day and have live music every night, along with 18 big screen TVs to watch all your favorite sporting events. Tuesday, it's karaoke with DJ Captain Morgan. Wednesdays, it's line dancing. Thursday night is the dance party with DJ Kid Scene. And live music every Friday and Saturday night with the best bands on the East Coast. Follow the Buck on Instagram for more information on scheduled events, and we'll see you at the Buck.
Happy New Year. This is Talbot Green, and I'm excited to announce our new partnership with Integrity Home Mortgage. Integrity Home Mortgage offers a wide variety of programs ranging from conventional, government, and portfolio loans, plus construction and lot loans. Our Integrity Home Mortgage team of Talbot Green, Braxton Green, and Joanne Weir offer over 50 years of experience and is committed to providing you with superior customer service.
To get started, call me, Joanne Weir, at 531-1148.
Joanne Weir, in MLS 75974. For informational purposes only, Integrity Home Mortgage Corporation is an equal housing lender in MLS 208516.
Hello, Eastern North Carolina. If you're looking for a great place to work with competitive pay and a multitude of advancement opportunities, Pitt County Schools is hiring. We employ over 3,500 people, and we're one of the largest employers in our community and region. Pitt County Schools is currently seeking teachers, bus drivers, school nutrition personnel, facility staff, custodians, clerical staff, and more. We offer advanced leadership opportunities for our educators and competitive pay for our skilled labor force. Come work for a diverse, thriving school system and be an important part of ensuring success for the students of Pitt County who are the future of Eastern North Carolina. To fill out an application, visit our website today at pittschools.org. That's pittschools.org. And remember, education is truly a team effort. Pitt County Schools. Live and lead.
Your vehicle is a big part of your life. That's why you should trust the team at Greenville Auto World for all your vehicle needs. Greenville Auto World believes in fair prices, superior service, and treating customers right. Visit greenvilleautoworld.net to see their fully stocked inventory of SUVs, trucks, and cars. Need a lift kit, custom rims, or wheels? Greenville Auto World can upgrade your vehicle today. For sales or service, visit Greenville Auto World on Highway 43 in Greenville.
Quality solid wood furniture that lasts for generations. On sale now at Bostic Sugg Furniture. Save an extra 10% off store-wide, including beautiful in-stock and custom-order Amish-built solid wood dining rooms and bedrooms. Plus, take an extra 25% off accessories to complete the look and 6 months special financing. Enjoy a solid night's sleep every night on a new mattress with 48 months special financing now at Bostic Sugg Furniture.
Chico's in downtown Greenville is celebrating 40 years of business all month long in March with a special anniversary menu. Grab your amigos and enjoy blasts from the past menu favorites. And coming up on Saturday, March 11th, join Chico's for their 40th anniversary fiesta with music by Purple School Bus and DJ Dog from 1 to 6 in the Chico's parking lot. Brought to you by Minji's Bottling Group, Bud Light, and U.S. Foods. Chico's, where the fiesta never ends.
This is Pirate Radio, WGHB Farmville, 1250 and 92.7 FM Greenville, WDLX Washington, 930 and 104.1 FM Washington. You're listening to Hour 2 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour of PRL is brought to you by Beauty Bar Metaspa. Do you want to get rid of wrinkles, tighten and lift your skin, smooth your skin texture, erase veins and brown spots, and get rid of unwanted hair? Are you interested in Botox or filler? Visit beautybarmetaspa.com to set up a free consultation. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. UBE has been an ECU tradition for over 50 years, and you can shop online anytime at pirateware.com. UBE has the biggest and best selection of ECU sportswear and accessories for Pirates of all ages. Every day is game day at UBE. Now let's head back in to PRL. Here's Clip Rock.
Back with you, Pirate Radio Live, here on a beautiful Thursday. We've got a lot to get to on today's program, including Celebrity All-Star Edition of Name That Sound. The host of Name That Sound, Shirley Rhodes, will compete against All-Star selection Chandler Honeycutt. That coming up later on this hour. We'll have our Flight by Yingling ECU practice report. Brandon Manning will join us to talk some Pirate baseball. ECU North Carolina going at it Friday, Saturday here, Sunday in Chapel Hill, and the big man on campus, Jeff Nadu, to talk some college hoops. Right now, we'll talk some Pirate hoops with Seymour, who joins us on the Pirate Radio Live line here on a Thursday. Thanks for your time. How you doing today, man?
I'm doing great, Clip. Looking forward to Saturday. That's an exciting time for the ECU program.
And just a great sports weekend. And I was in Minji's last night until I had to leave early. Unfortunately, had to leave early to go host some sports trivia at A.J. McMurphy's. But I missed the overtimes. I missed the comeback in Minji's Coliseum. Kim McNeil's team getting win number 20 on the year, moving into second place in the American after a win over Houston. And, man, how about the season they're having, Si? She was emotional after the game, thanking the administration, thanking the fans, thanking her team, and it was awesome to see.
Well, give Coach credit. I mean, look what they've done. You win 20 games in today's world of college basketball, and especially a league like the American, and to beat Houston in overtime, that's a big win for ECU and our programs. And golly, nice job by the Coach McNeil and all of her staff, and let's hope they can keep it going. They've got the momentum going, and it's really bright times at ECU right now. Big weekend this weekend.
Yeah.
As you mentioned, you got baseball going on, and Cliff's got a really good program. You won a bowl game in football, and the men's program's playing extremely well.
Yeah, men coming off a win as well. Si, it was cool to see Ezra and RJ and Jaden and some basketball players supporting the women's team last night. I spoke briefly to Rajay Harris, saw a lot of football players there as well. Always had a great crowd there, Si, but always good to see other student athletes supporting a different sport, and that was certainly the case last night. I always enjoy seeing that.
That's always good to see. And you know, other athletes understand what it's like to be in a college program. They know the strains, they know the stresses, and they know the talents, and that's always good to see. It's always good to see for a school to back the other athletes. I think that's important.
Si Seymour joining us, Mike Schwartz's team, getting ready to welcome in Houston. But previous to that, Si, winning a road game. They beat a team that's really struggling in Tulsa. But in that game, the Pirates were down, 7 points, came back, got the lead at the end, were able to hang on to that lead. And once again, we talked about it in our previous conversation, Si, Jaden Walker playing well for East Carolina, really coming on here late in the year. And how about the Pirates kind of gutting one out the other night? Wasn't the prettiest of games, but won it 62-60 over Tulsa.
Truthfully, any game you win on the road in a conference in February is never ugly. You are tickled. Trust me. You get on the road in February and you win a conference game, that's a big deal. ECU winning 2 conference games on the road this year is a big deal, especially when your top 6 scorers did not return. I mean, if anyone had told me they would win 5 games in this conference, as hard as it is, I would have never believed it. Give credit to the players and the coaches and that staff. they have done a remarkable job. And you mentioned Jaden Walker. He's having to adjust to playing the point. Not only playing the point, 40 minutes the other night he played. He goes 8 for 11, has 4 assists and 1 turnover. I mean, what do you want? I mean, and plays good defense. I mean, you can't ask for any more from a guy. But you're right, all of them played well.
Cy Seymour joining us. Cy, do we see Javon Small this year, or you think he might have played his last basketball for this season? What do you know? That's a great.
Personally, I don't think we see him again.
Okay.
I just don't think that, because that point guard requires you got to be ready. You got to have stamina. You're running the show. If you aren't 100%, if you're not 100%, the Sharks will get you. They'll come after you. And so if he's not 100%, you just can't do it. Not in that position. And this is a guard-strong league. When you look at these teams, it is a tough guard-strong league. That's why it's a good league. And if he's not ready to go, you don't use him. And I don't think, can he be ready in 2 weeks, 3 weeks for the tournament? I just don't think so, but that's me talking. Now, that's not
right, yeah.
Javon or anybody else.
Yeah.
I hope he can, but I've seen him work out, and he's just slowly getting back.
That's funny, Cy, as you talk about it being a guard-strong league. I'm looking at the results from last night, and you look at Jalen Cook, 23 in a losing effort. Damian Dunn, 34 in a losing effort for Temple last night. They lost to Cincinnati. And DeJulius, we saw how good he is, had 20.7 assists. All these guards putting up some big numbers last night. Houston wins by 30 last night ahead of coming to Greenville to face East Carolina. So Tulane, you know how good they are, Cy. Houston just beat them by 30 points last night.
I said to somebody today, I said, Jalen Cook, Jalen Forbes, and Kevin Cross, all three guys for Tulane were in the top 10 in scoring in the conference. In a guard-strong conference, 3 of the top 10. And listen, Cook and Forbes are 2 and 3, and Cross is 10. They are talented and tough, and they get beat by 30. I mean, that's how good, and these are good guards. That's how good Houston can be. I mean, they are scary good. But when I look at Houston, their talent level is national talent level. If you have not gotten a ticket, you need to get a ticket to watch this ball game, because you're going to see ECU play extremely hard, and you're going to see a talented and well-coached program in the Houston Cougars coming into town.
Yeah, and coached by Kelvin Sampson, and you always mention it, Cy. He always has his cheering section here. So amongst all the Pirate fans that are going to be there packing it out Saturday night, you're going to have some folks cheering for Kelvin Sampson. But, the redemption tour for Kelvin Sampson, he went in there, Cy, and I kind of go back to it quite a bit, that when he first got to Houston, East Carolina handled the Cougars. They were at the bottom of the conference, and he turned it around so fast and has turned it into now the number 1 team in the country. Just very impressive. Shows the kind of head coach he is.
Never doubt that he's a great coach. And I think he's gotten a raw deal on a lot of stuff. I mean, when you get in trouble for texting, that's crazy.
Right.
Texting players. This guy is a tremendous coach, knows the game. He likes his kids. I think it's so important in today's world that you care for your program and your kids. Mike Schwartz cares about his kids. Kelvin Sampson truly cares about his players. Now, he might let them hold it, and they said you've got to see his practices. They're unbelievable. But I think the reason they're there is he works them, but he also will hug them and enjoy them. And I think, look, when you look at this ball club, they're just loaded. They probably got 5 4-star guys, a 5-star guy. They are just fun to watch. The 2 guards, Sasser and Sheed, are just unbelievable. Shed. I always get his name. I try to put too many E's in there. But those 2 guys, I'm telling you, they're unbelievable. Their assist to turnover ratio is like 3-to-1. I mean, they don't turn it over. Sheed is 3-to-1, and Sasser's 2-to-1 in assist to turnover ratio. They lead, and I looked it up today. There are 17 categories that you track in the conference. Categories like scoring, defensive percentage, stuff like that. Of the 17 categories, they are number 1 in 10 of them. Yeah, they are number 2 in another one. So 11 of the 17 categories, they lead in them. And they're just a talented basketball team. I like the way he's built it. And I heard Kansas, and they were talking about what they do. And they used to do high-low and big guys. And they said they won't go back to that anymore. They're going to go for the spread the floor and drive it. And that's what – this is the guy that kind of started this. He goes with 6'8", 6'9", big people. They're not real big. They can run, and they can hit the boards, and they're relentless. And then he goes with good guards. And that's what you have to do. You know, when you look up at Tremont Mark, he's 6'5", 4-star player. Ched's a 4-star player. I think the kids you got to look at inside for them when you see them. Reggie Chaney is a 4-star guy that transferred from Arkansas. He's a 4-star power forward at 6'8". And if you have not seen Jarris Walker, he was the number 1 power forward in the country last year out of high school. Samson got him. He's a 6'8" man. Jawan Roberts, had 26 the other night. He's a 6'7" man, and they've got 2 others, and they just come at you in waves and wear you down, and they are just a treat to watch.
Loaded are these Houston Cougars, and I guess a magic number for them can be 70 because they have only allowed over 70 points twice in conference games. They ended up winning both of those games, by the way. They won 82-71 over UCF. They won against South Florida 83-77. Every other opponent in conference play has been held under 70 points this year. So and they score a lot of points too, by the way. So
yeah, I think their average for the season is somewhere around 58.
Man,
that's what they give up.
Yeah,
I mean they are the real deal. And something that helps you now. This is Sasser, Walker, Roberts, Mark, and Sheed have they're the 5 starters. They've never had one out of there. The 5 have started every game.
Yeah.
And that when you don't have injuries.
Yeah.
And they haven't, and I hope they don't. I don't want any injuries for this ball club because they are number 1 in the country. You've started your guys 26 games. One guy's 25 for 25. The rest of them are 26 for 26. So you're looking at a team that has been able to stay together, stay healthy together. They've got a bench and a treat to watch. But make no bones about it. For example, they out-rebound teams. In this league, you look at it, everybody else is like 2.5, 2.5, 2.5 plus on the plus side for rebounding. They are 7+ on the rebounding. They're just relentless on the boards. But guess who's third in rebounding? ECU. Our team works hard to get to the boards. Now, they're like near 3, but they're still one of the top teams that are rebounded. And he plays hard man-to-man defense. Can you get blown out? Sure you could, but this team's going to give you so much. You can't ever count East Carolina out of the ball game.
East Carolina, Houston, Saturday night, 8 o'clock. Should be a great crowd, a great sports weekend going on with softball, baseball series with North Carolina, and, of course, hoops going on as well in Minges. So a fun weekend to be a Pirate, and looking forward to the number 1 team coming to Minges Coliseum, I believe, Si. I looked at media notes earlier this week. Looks like it'll be the first time number 1 has ever come to Minges. East Carolina has faced NC State twice and Duke twice when they were the number 1 team in the country. Those games did not go well for the Pirates, so we'll see. Also, the highest ranked opponent East Carolina ever defeated was Houston in that game, where unfortunately no fans were there. Si, it was a weird atmosphere when they knocked off number 5 Houston a couple years ago.
I'm trying to think back. I would like to see where Al McGuire's Gamecocks, when they came in the late 60s, early 70s, they were highly ranked, and Calipari's teams were highly ranked. I'm not sure. South Carolina may have been close with Roach, Reebok, Riker, Owens. That team was really good. I don't know. I can't remember if they were 1, but they were loaded coming into Greenville. But you're right. This is the only one that I could say definitely that there's been a 1.
Yeah, I'll have to. I'll look into that, Si. But and by the way, ECU just 4 wins over ranked opponents dating back to like 1960. One was against Northeastern, and then, of course, 2 against Dwayne Wade's Marquette Golden Eagles. That happened in one calendar year. January, February of one year, and then December later in that year, and then that win over Houston. So it's amazing, Si, just 4 wins over ranked opponents for ECU.
Well, yeah, there's 2 thoughts on that. First of all, you've been in leagues that don't have many ranked. Cologne, you don't have that many. And the other part is, generally speaking, if they're not in your league, they're not playing down here if they're ranked.
Yeah, right.
You come to them and pay you. It's really difficult to see a lot of highly ranked teams come in. When you're playing a Marquette in your league, you get a chance to get them at home. But there's not. But in the old CAA, you might have a team ranked, but not crazy ranked. You're right. You're right. It is skewed that way, but it's very difficult for anybody to beat a team that's nationally ranked in this league. In this league, it's like in football. You don't see many come in that are highly, top 10 teams. You just don't see it.
Si Seymour joining us on the Pirate Radio Live line. Looking forward to a fun weekend, Si, and looking forward to seeing folks in Minges Coliseum for next to the last time this year. How about the schedule coming up for ECU, Si, with the makeup date with Tulane? They're going to be playing basically a tournament schedule before they get to the conference tournament. A whole lot of basketball and not a lot of time. So Mike Schwartz and his team going to have to somehow find their legs with all these games they got coming up.
It is really difficult this time of year anyway.
Yeah.
To win an extra game against one of the top teams is really, really tough. But I'm going to tell you something. If you ask me who's had probably the most impressive year, what he's done. I mean, what he's done in this year, and I'm talking about Mike Schwartz and his staff, no one thought they would. First of all, they thought they'd be in last place. And second of all, they thought, okay, they might win one conference game if they're lucky. I mean, it's a heck of a credit to his staff. Now, here's the key: can you keep the kids that you have?
Right.
Because if you can, and then you add the big guy coming in, and see where things lay, you could be really tough next year.
Si Seymour joining us. Pirates, last time they were at home, pulled off a crazy one against Cincinnati, and we hadn't talked since then. Si, I loved your comments at the end of the game, something to the effect of Jeff had something to do with this one tonight. The voice, Jeff Charles, was certainly looking down on the Pirates last Wednesday night in Minges. That was a special one.
It really was a special game, and when you look at that Cincinnati program, I mean, they beat Temple last night,
yeah,
and played great. And like you said, the young man Davian Dunn had a big night from Kinston against them. I think they might have been missing one of their guards, but that's the way it is this time of year. But that is a really talented ball club at Cincinnati, and that was a good win. To me, that was a really big time win. And R.J. Felton and everybody just stepped up when they had to step up in that basketball game.
R.J. made some incredible plays to seal that deal. In East Carolina, 2 wins, 2-1 since the last time Si and I talked, and they're going for a huge one coming up on Saturday night. Si, thanks as always for the chat, man. Enjoyed it, and we'll catch up with you again soon.
I hope to see you Saturday, and let's have a good one over there.
Si Seymour joining us today on Pirate Radio Live. We will take a time out, come back when we return. The All-Star edition of Name That Sound. Today, I've put together 5 sounds. Shirley Rhodes has been away with a family matter, but wanted to keep it going and wanted Shirley to participate. And I guess she's agreed. I never really asked her if she would do this. Shirley, you cool with this?
I'm absolutely cool with it.
All right. Chandler's in. He was elected to the All-Star game. So we will have our All-Star festivities, just one round, 5 sounds that they will have to name when we return on Pirate Radio Live. We are back with you after this.
Great food, great atmosphere, and great service is Ottavola Market Cafe. Ottavola is simply a restaurant that focuses on that, being a great restaurant. There's something for everyone at Ottavola. The menu offers a variety of great choices like pastas, pizzas, sandwiches, soups, salads, and seasonal rotating selections. Lunch or dinner, Ottavola is always the right call. Call ahead and get Ottavola to go, or stop by the bar for a drink with friends. It's simple. Come and eat at Ottavola Market Cafe, Red Banks Road next to Food Lion, and OttavolaMarket.com. Ottavola, pirates supporting pirates.
Here with Jeff Stein at Brown & Wood. Jeff, what can you do for people looking for a new vehicle in 2023?
We can show the people the number one selling car in the region, the Buick Encore, the Encore GX, the Envision, and the Buick Enclave. We've also got Cadillac dominating the market with the XT4, XT5, and XT6, and we continue to get new GMC Sierra trucks in daily. Please come see us at 329 Southwest Greenville Boulevard. Brown & Wood, 4 brands, 3 generations, 2 rooftops, and 1 goal to make sure you leave a happy customer.
With wireless deals, you can't always trust everything you hear. So when we tell you that at U.S. Cellular you can choose from any unlimited Evolved plan and get $500 off any phone with no hidden requirements, you're probably thinking, yeah, right. But that actually is right. Because at U.S. Cellular, you actually can trust everything you hear. Limited time offer. Terms and conditions apply. Visit uscellular.com for details.
This is Brandon Tate, owner and operator of Atlantic Wireless, an authorized agent for U.S. Cellular since 1997. Visit atlanticwireless.com to find the store near you. We go beyond the call.
Hey Pirate fans, this is Coach Mike Schwartz. The physicians at Orthopedics East and Sports Medicine Center have been caring for our athletes at ECU for more than 35 years. Whether it's treatment for your sports injury or it's time for that joint replacement, Orthopedics East provides the latest in operative and non-operative orthopedic care, physical therapy, and diagnostic testing. They also provide urgent orthopedic care on the weekends. For experienced and professional services, call the folks at Orthopedics East at 757-2663 or visit them online at orthoeast.com. Go Pirates!
Do you ever talk to yourself about where to eat today, and then you hear
Warren's Hot Dogs?
Then you're thinking, yeah, 2 hot dogs, chips, and a drink for only $6.25 would be awesome.
Warren's Hot Dogs.
And maybe some homemade lemonade, perhaps a pizza or a sub, and definitely an apple or peach turnover.
Warren's Hot Dogs.
Don't overthink where to eat today. Go to Warren's Hot Dogs in Greenville across from Ron Ayers or in Chocowinity next to the fire station. Warren's Hot Dogs, serving the Pirate Nation since 1991. Go Pirates!
Do you need custom t-shirts, apparel, or promotional items for your business, organization, or event? Keep it local. Print it local with University Sportswear. University Sportswear ENC.com is your one-stop shop for all promotional products for your business. With over 1 million items to shop from, University Sportswear ENC.com offers high-quality products at prices to fit any budget. Visit University Sportswear ENC.com for contact information and to get shopping. University Sportswear ENC.com, the official sportswear provider of Pirate Radio.
Are you looking for a home loan? Look no further than Amy Goss at Guild Mortgage. Since 1960, Guild Mortgage has partnered with industry professionals to close loans on time and help millions of Americans realize their dreams. Call Amy Goss at Guild Mortgage in Jacksonville, 910-389-4602. Amy Goss is licensed in Florida, Georgia, Maine, North Carolina, South Carolina, and Virginia. Guild Mortgage Company, Equal Housing Opportunity, NMLS 3274. NMLSconsumeraccess.org / for licensing information. Please visit guildmortgage.com / licensing. Guild Mortgage is not affiliated with Pirate Radio.
This is Holt Nailers. I've been eating at Parker's Barbecue since I was a kid. Now, all these years later, I still love to eat at Parker's. In fact, I love it so much, I bring my entire offensive line with me. They protect me, and I look out for them with great food from Parker's Barbecue. So whether you bring the team like me or just your friends and family, the awesome barbecue, chicken, and seafood at Parker's is a win every time. Parker's Barbecue, where they always treat you like family.
I sailed out of the port of Bristol with sailors wearing black armbands.
Pirate Radio.
And found ourselves proclaimed notorious pirates.
The voice of the Pirate Nation. You're listening to Hour 2 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour of PRL is brought to you by Beauty Bar Metaspa. Do you want to get rid of wrinkles, tighten and lift your skin, smooth your skin texture, erase veins and brown spots and get rid of unwanted hair? Are you interested in Botox or filler? Visit beautybarmetaspa.com to set up a free consultation. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. Hey, Pirate Nation, Integrity Home Mortgage is here. If you're looking to purchase a home, contact Talbot Green, Braxton Green, and Joanne Weir today. The Integrity Home Mortgage team offers over 50 years of experience and is committed to providing you with the superior customer service you deserve before, during, and after your real estate transaction. To get started, contact Talbot Green, Braxton Green, or Joanne Weir. Integrity Home Mortgage, Pirates supporting pirates. Now let's head back in to PRL. Here's Clip.
Yo! Welcome back into the show. Clip Rock, Shirley Rhodes. Good to have Shirley back. Wes Hines did a great job filling in yesterday. The Chan Man hanging out as well. Shirley started something 6 weeks or so ago. A new game called Name That Sound. We enjoy it. Chandler and I enjoy playing, enjoy getting frustrated. You at home enjoy it as well. I've had a number of folks come up to me and say they really like Name That Sound. Well, Shirley was away handling some private matters, so I knew she would not have time to come up with another great edition of Name That Sound. So I thought earlier today, I kind of want to keep it going, and kind of in honor of Shirley, we'll have an all-star edition and let her participate against Chandler Honeycutt, who is winless in the game Name That Sound. So I put together just 5 sounds. This is an exhibition. This does not count against the official records. But Shirley, if you want to, we'll go ahead and switch spots here, and we'll play a game of Name That Sound. So Shirley is heading in here.
He wants to come in here too, so.
All right. You got camera like you need it and everything? Yep. All right. Let me grab my pop.
Wait. Oh, I gotta be careful and don't bang my knee.
All right.
May the best person win.
Good luck, sir.
You guys talk for a second.
Okay.
By the way, it's an honor to be an all-star.
You gotta make sure your mic's on, dude. All right, now try it.
It's an honor to be an all-star.
It's an honor to be an all-star.
Hey, now you're an all-star. Get your game on.
Let's play.
Let's do it.
How about your first? This is Chandler Honeycutt's first appearance in the All-Star game, as voted on by no one.
I'm so sorry, Chan.
Should we have the Jabberwockies like they did with Shaq at the All-Star game that one time?
Especially in honor of you calling the Ewoks Jabberwockies.
Jabberwockies. That was in this game.
It was.
It was.
All right, I'm pulling up Facebook and YouTube so I can see.
Why can I barely hear Clip?
Hello.
No,
there we go.
It's not you. It's his headphones.
Oh, turn your headphones up, bro.
Oh.
All right, we'll go ahead and hit the intro here.
No, that's not the right one.
That
better?
Yep.
Okay.
I didn't want to use this. Is a completely different game. This is an exhibition. This is not your normal game of Name That Sound. So I didn't want to use that intro. I made an intro of my own.
Oh.
Okay.
Here we go.
Come on in, sit right down. It's time to name that sound.
Wow.
Turn that frown upside down. It's time to name that sound.
Love it.
There you go. Death metal version of Name That Sound.
I like it. I like it.
Shirley, the rules of Name That Sound Celebrity All-Star Game are the same as the official rules of your game. I'm going to play a sound, and you have to name that sound.
All right, then.
Do you have something to play for a correct answer or incorrect? I don't think you do, right?
No,
All right.
I just say correct or incorrect.
All right, so I'm going to do my best, and in the show of sportsmanship, if you guys are close to a tie, if you could kind of police yourselves, I'll do my best to hear. Because, Shirley, I do admit, you do a good job when Chandler and I just start going, you're good at hearing who got it first. I'm going to try to do the same good job you do, but if not, maybe I could use y'all's help.
Okay.
So, anyway, all right, y'all ready?
Let's do it.
As ready as I'm ever going to be.
Sound 1 of 5 is this one right here.
It's a still. Now Petrov control. Back to Varlamov. Getting in on the left side.
Miracle on Ice.
Yeah.
Chandler is on the board. That was the Miracle on Ice. Obviously not the final call, but leading up to that final call.
Do you believe in
That is
miracles?
Al Michaels.
Al Michaels is correct. All right, Chandler, good job.
Thank you.
You're on the board. All right, here is sound number 2.
Oh, that's Wheel of Fortune.
Nope. That is Price is Right.
Yep.
The wheel.
Yo, the son of a...
You had the wheel, Shirley, but the wrong wheel.
I was thinking Wheel of Fortune, but no, that's right. Yeah.
That is the spinning the wheel on Price is Right. Chandler has 2 points.
I need to play you every week.
You're still going to be 0, though. Remember, these results do not count.
It does not count to my record, so it's good practice.
Sucks to be you.
Sound number 3.
We have to go back.
Can you play it again?
We have to go back.
God, that sounds like Will Ferrell.
That sounds like a spaceship. Let's see. We have to go back.
We have to go back.
I want to...
Back to the Future?
We're not going back to the future.
For some reason, The Hangover is jumping out at me, but I don't think that's right.
It is not.
We have to go back.
We have to go back.
That it is a it's a television program.
Lost?
That is correct.
Yeah!
Every now and then, I mean, Chandler, you're an all-star. You get your game on, go play. But you know, in this game, sometimes we got to think, okay, what is Shirley like?
Right. Yeah, absolutely. I don't blame you at all. You're a big Lost guy, too, right?
I am the biggest Lost guy.
Yep.
That was the end of season 3.
Who was the actor? Was
Fox.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
Matthew Fox?
Matthew Fox, yep. That's him. It sounded like Will Ferrell at first, and that's why it threw me.
Meatloaf. All right. 2-1 as we head into sound number 4.
Ah, here we go again.
Oh, man.
Ah, here we go again.
That Friday?
No.
Oh, no.
No, Craig!
Dave Chappelle?
Ah, here we go again.
Oh, man.
New Jack City.
No. What's that? Is that See You Wouldn't Want to Be You?
No,
Wesley
New
Snipes?
Jack. No. That's
Which one is that? Juice?
Ice-T. It's got Ice-T in it. Which, by the way, New Jack City, awesome soundtrack. Can you play that one more time?
I think I'm right, too. That is Wesley Snipes.
What?
New Jack City.
Oh, he was also in...
Nino Brown. Yeah, he's the main character.
Yeah. Okay, can you play that one?
Ah, here we go again.
God, that voice sounds familiar.
I wonder who, let me see who the voice is. Would you like a clue?
Yes, please.
This is not a movie. This is not a TV show.
It's a music video.
It is not a music video. This is from a video game.
Ah, here we go again.
GTA?
Correct. The voice of CJ from San Andreas. And
Grand Theft Auto.
If you have not played the game, you have definitely seen the meme,
Yep.
which I use quite a bit on social media. Oh, bleep. Here we go again.
Oh.
Well done, Shirley. Shirley has clawed back to make it 2-2. And this is how the games usually go for Chandler. Good starts and poor finishes. Mike P. says GTA, San Andreas. That is correct. The final sound. Name this sound.
That's a whale.
That is the sounds of the humpback whale. Chandler Honeycutt wins the celebrity edition of Name That Sound.
I was going to say Dory, but then I was like, no, we used that already.
You were in the water.
I won.
And it doesn't go towards your record.
I know, but
That's
I
the
won.
best part.
Wow, we did not use Whitney at all. Fantastic all-star performances by Shirley Rhodes and Chandler Honeycutt.
So, in my defense, one, I have been away and I haven't had a whole lot of sleep. Two, there's usually 3 rounds of this game and not just one.
Is this your concession speech?
Yeah, this is my concession speech. And 4.
Wait, you only named 2.
Oh, 3.
You are have a lack of sleep.
Lack of sleep.
1, 2, 4.
3, this doesn't count. And 4. That's it. That's all I got.
And then next Thursday, this is what Chandler will be saying when we play each other again.
Ah, here we go again.
That is true, because despite the fact that I haven't had time to pull said sound clips that I'm going to use, I do have my sound clips. I do have my list.
Okay, good.
So
looking forward to it.
So you've already got the sounds ready for next week?
Not quite. I have the list. Like, what I do is I think about what I want to use and I write it down so I don't forget, and then I go back and I pull what I want. So,
Quick question, Shirley.
Yes.
Is My Kiss on your list?
No, it is not.
All right. Figured I'd ask.
Because, you're never going to get it. Never going to get it.
I like it. All right. Chandler, Brad wants a victory speech. What do you got?
First of all, thank you all out there that has elected me
doing that, let's switch.
that has elected me to this All-Star game. I did not know until literally about an hour before the show started that I was going to be participating in said All-Star game, but it was fun. It was great. It was shorter than a regular game that we usually play, and of course, this does not count to my 0-5 record, so no, I'm not 1-5, but my gosh, it feels great to win. I want to thank my family. I want to thank all my friends out there that have supported me over the past 5 or 6 weeks, that have lifted me up after the consecutive losses that I've had. And I think that this win today, quote unquote win, will help me, will lift me up and energize me to keep moving forward, to finally get that win against Goliath himself, Clip Brock. Thank you so much, everybody. Have a great Thursday. Have a great weekend. Enjoy ECU baseball. Enjoy ECU basketball Saturday night. Thank you guys so much. I am the All-Star champ. Thank you so much.
All right, little David, take your slingshot and get on out of here. Great game. Get a job. Great game. Y'all got every sound correct. Might have served up. Lost was impressive because I know neither one of you have watched Lost, but I figured when I said, I was going to say it was a TV show that I like, but I didn't even have to say that. Shirley got it. Good job diagnosing Miracle on Ice quickly, Chandler. Also, The Wheel, that was very good. Shirley, when I gave the video game clue, went directly to GTA, and then it all came down to that animal at the end.
And I figured, I was like, sounded like a whale, but it sounded like, Dory talking whale at first. So that's why I was kind of, but then my brain immediately, as the facilitator of the game, my brain immediately went to the fact that we had already used that clip. So I was trying to figure out, okay, so what's the association with it? And before I had a chance to get to it, Chandler had already answered the question.
So the one we used for the Finding Nemo, is that the movie?
Yes.
Did we use the sound of a whale?
It was
it was Dory talking whale.
Oh, okay.
And that's what my brain immediately went to when I heard it.
All right. Maybe that was too close to a previous sound, but
it's fine.
I
won't concede the win. It is not that big of a deal.
I wanted to find some animal to put in there.
Yeah. I also thought at first that maybe it was Dory, and I was like, well, Shirley's already used that.
All right, well,
because I try to use sounds that have not been used before.
We'll leave it to the professionals next week, and Shirley Rhodes will run a game. But fun All-Star game. Thank y'all for participating. Let's take a break. We'll come back when we return. The Flight by Yingling ECU Practice Report. We'll hear from Mike Schwartz as the Pirates gear up for the Houston Cougars coming up on Saturday night. That's on the way. Back with you after this.
Country Mart has been locally owned and operated for over 40 years and is your premier country store serving the best cheese biscuits and country food around. Country Mart is open every day and has 2 locations in Bethel on Highway 11 and in Stokes on Highway 903. Both Country Mart locations are top-of-the-line fuel stations serving Shell gas, including 93 ethanol-free high-octane gas. Country Mart, fueling you up with great food in your engines with great gasoline. Go Pirates!
Do you want to get rid of wrinkles, tighten and lift your skin, smooth your skin texture, erase veins and brown spots, get rid of unwanted hair and under-eye fat pads? Are you interested in Botox or filler? Contact the licensed professionals at Beauty Bar Medi-Spa for a free consultation and ask about our newest technologies and treatments. Learn more at beautybarmedispa.com, Red Banks Road, Greenville. Enjoy your visit, love your transformation, and go Pirates!
Did you know Jersey Mike's Subs freshly slices the meat right in front of you? It's a Jersey Mike's thing. And did you know I, Danny DeVito, am disqualified from being named world's sexiest man?
The first statement about fresh slicing at Jersey Mike's is true, but Mr. DeVito's second statement is false and not endorsed by Jersey Mike's.
I endorse it.
Jersey Mike's does not.
I do.
We don't.
Do.
Don't.
Do.
Do not.
Do. Sliced right in front of you. It's a Jersey Mike's thing. A sub above.
The winter sale is in full swing at Russell's Clothing in downtown Washington. All sale merchandise has been reduced to 1/2 price. There's no better way to say I love you than with a beautiful gift from Russell's. The selection is good and the prices are great. Or perhaps you'd rather select from our new spring arrivals. That includes beautiful jewelry from Julie Voss, E. Newton, and Brackish. Russell's Clothing and the Pirate Nation, a winning combination for creating smiles.
Go Pirates!
Greenville's first ever Texas Fusion restaurant is now open for lunch. That's right, the Sidebar, located right beside the Dickinson Avenue Public House, now offers lunch Tuesday through Friday from 11:30 to 2:30. Come take a break from work and enjoy the tastiest food items around. Whether it's the honey chipotle chicken sandwich, smoked brisket tacos, chicken tortilla soup, chicken tinga nachos, or keep it simple with chips and salsa. To keep up with our ever-changing menu, food and drink specials, and more, follow the Sidebar on Facebook or on Instagram at sidebar.greenville.
Greenville Utilities electric customers will soon be able to receive text notifications in the event of power outages. Enrollment is automatic, so make sure GUC has your cell phone number by signing into your account at GUC.com, then update the information in your user profile. Want to talk with someone instead? Call 252-752-7166 during business hours. 252-752-7166. Update us so we can update you. Visit GUC.com for more information.
Wings Over delivers. Wings Over delivers. Wings Over delivers. If you're looking for wings to be delivered to your home, Wings Over Greenville has you covered with no third party needed. Wings Over Greenville has its own in-house delivery service. Be sure to try the all-new tender sandwiches by ordering ahead on the Wings Over mobile app. Open till 3 a.m. on Friday and Saturday, Wings Over has everything to cure those late night munchies. Give them a call at 758-9464. Wings Over Greenville. They deliver.
Hi, I'm Annalie Newhoff.
And I'm Rob Campbell.
And we are with CopyPro. We have been locally owned and operated here in Eastern North Carolina for almost 50 years. CopyPro is the leader in office technology.
Does your business struggle with keeping printing costs low or producing professional documents? Here at CopyPro, total customer satisfaction is our #1 priority.
We have a variety of solutions to help reduce your printing expenses and make your business more productive. Call us today at 1-800-682-6558 or online at copypro.net.
CopyPro, we are the professional office systems people.
Pirate radio sounds different.
Difference is good. You are all the same. You'll be ashamed.
Because different is good.
Oh, yeah.
Pirate radio.
A variety of solutions to help reduce your printing expenses and make your business more productive. Call us today at 1-800-682-6558 or online at copypro.net.
We are the professional office systems.
You're listening to Hour 2 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour of PRL is brought to you by Beauty Bar Metaspa. Do you want to get rid of wrinkles, tighten and lift your skin, smooth your skin texture, erase veins and brown spots, and get rid of unwanted hair? Are you interested in Botox or filler? Visit beautybarmetaspa.com to set up a free consultation. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. Fifth Street Hardware Restaurant and Tap Room is your favorite place in downtown Greenville for lunch, dinner, or drinks with friends. Fifth Street Hardware serves lunch and dinner Tuesday through Sunday, plus brunch starting at 10:30 on Saturdays and Sundays. Follow Fifth Street Hardware Restaurant and Tap Room on Instagram for the latest events and specials. Fifth Street, right beside the State Theater in Greenville. Now let's head back into Pirate Radio Live. Here is your host, Clip Rock.
Back with you, PRL, on a Thursday. Quick look at the Buccaneer Music Hall scoreboard presented by Da Buck. ECU softball leading Bucknell 1-0 in the third inning. So Coach Winkler and crew finally at home and leading right now 1-0. Also, you know what really enhances a game day atmosphere, whether you're in the arena or watching on TV? Got any guesses, Chandler?
Sorry.
Oh, no problem. I know a lot of people out there are yawning listening to this show. Chandler, what enhances a game day environment?
Tailgating.
Sure.
Maybe the in-game stuff. Maybe like the promotional stuff they do.
Sure. How do you feel about rally towels?
I like them.
I do love to rally.
And I do love a towel.
The first 5,000 fans to enter Minges Coliseum Saturday night to see the Pirates take on Houston will receive a rally towel.
The rally towel.
Get them waving. Get them going. Going to be fun.
Can we sound a horn or something? A siren?
No, but we can sound this. Boom, boom, boom. Let me hear you say way-oh.
Way-oh.
When you hear that, you know it's time to get those rally towels flapping.
Dude, they need to play that on repeat. And could you just imagine a packed Minges with the rally towels going like this?
The boom boom room.
Oh my gosh!
Absolutely rocking. That is like entering hell, the gates of hell.
and heaven help whoever enters Minges. Whopper.
Rally, 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 rally. Let's hear what Mike Schwartz had to say. I don't think he talked about Whoppers or rally towels or boom, 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 but he did talk about a very good Houston team coming here to face the Pirates on Saturday night. So good, they are #1 in the nation. Here's Mike Schwartz from earlier today on our Flight by Yingling ECU practice report.
Home, it was a long road trip, back-to-back games, and disappointed with how we played. On Sunday versus SMU, and fortunate that we were able to bounce back and get a road win versus Tulsa on Tuesday night, and obviously just an incredible challenge for us with the #1 team in the country coming in here on Saturday.
Just what stands out about Houston? I'm sure just about everything does when you watch them. What catches your attention the most?
As you said, everything. You just have so much respect for Coach Sampson, their staff, their players, the way they play. We could sit here and talk the whole time about what they do well. But again, obviously, just a dynamic team with as good of a backcourt as there is in the country, with Shed and Sasser on the front line, with Walker and Roberts. So just very dynamic team. As good of a defensive team as there is in the country, and as much credit as they get defense and rebounding. This is a team that is scoring, over 75 points a game in conference play. So a very strong offensive team that really can beat you every which way and are talented all across the board.
This is what you do it for, right? A chance to play the best team in the country?
Well, I think you do it for a lot of reasons. This is, you can't predict when or if these kind of scenarios are going to happen. This conference is so strong, and so every night, you got to try and look at it like every game you have to feel like to have a chance to win in the American Conference. Every single time you step on the court, in Minges or on the road, your mindset better be you're playing against the best team in the country, and it doesn't matter who it is. And it just so happens right now, this literally is the best team in the country.
How excited are you for this opportunity to play at home in front of your home crowd against a team that obviously people know is as legit as it gets?
Yeah, I think the exciting part about that is the atmosphere that we hopefully will have in here on Saturday night. I think this fan base is the best in the country. I think it's been awesome. It has helped us win games in this building, and I think it's exciting for Greenville, ECU, everybody, Pirate Nation, to know that Saturday night's going to be a great atmosphere in there, because it's just been fantastic all year long. And this is I believe this is the first time ever the number one team in the country in terms of ranking has come into this building. So I expect it to be an awesome atmosphere.
How much can you guys feed off that, especially defensively? It just seems like late in games when the crowd's gotten into it, that's kind of changed things. And hopefully from the start, that can maybe be a case for you guys Saturday. Yeah, you talk about that. I think that's what home court advantage is across the country. And it doesn't matter if you're at Houston or you're here or anywhere else in this league, conference, non-conference. Home court advantage is what makes college athletics special, the atmosphere, I should say. That being said, that's not going to be the reason why we have a chance to compete. That's what we want to go. We want to fight. We want to compete. We want to give ourselves a chance, in the ball game, of course, as we do every game. And that is a definite added bonus in the energy that it can bring. But for it to be a factor, we have to do our part. And that's plain as it gets. For the home court or the fans to be a factor in the game energy-wise, we have to give ourselves a chance and give them a reason, to be in the game like that, especially late game. Tulsa game, the first half you had a ton of open shots, just didn't go down. How good was it to maybe still find a way to win when y'all didn't play maybe y'all's best? Yeah, we said that, it wasn't a pretty win, but, I don't know, a road win is a road win, and it's not about how it looks sometimes, and we knew that. We really chart our shot quality a lot of times, and we were not pleased with the shots that we were taking versus SMU on Sunday. We thought we had some uncharacteristic plays. 19 turnovers, you don't give yourself a chance on the road to win with 19 turnovers. Versus Tulsa on Tuesday night, we really liked the shots that we were getting. A lot of them were uncontested, or they were shots that we were good with, but they weren't going in. And we've sat here and spoken many times that you just sometimes can't bank on making shots in terms of, is that what's going to allow you to play the right way? We were on a 4-day road trip. We had a long bus ride. We had got there. We had been in Tulsa for 2 days on the back-to-back road games. So they didn't go in the first half, but our guys stayed with it. Defense was going to be what gave us a chance. I thought defensively, both halves, we played strong. And late game, guys made some shots. Jaden Walker was fantastic all game long. Brandon makes the big shot late. But the guy that changed the game flat out was David Kasanganai with his defense. His energy, his defense, what he did on that side of the ball gave us even the chance to do what we did at the end of the game.
Houston does force a lot of turnovers, and you mentioned a lot against SMU, but what is your faith like in your backcourt after playing a game like Tulsa where they, showed a lot more maturity heading into this game against you?
Yeah, we've been so on both ends of the spectrum. We've had games in conference where we turned it over 10 times, and we've had good in terms of controlling the ball, and it wasn't that we were holding the ball or playing slow. We've just made better decisions, and then we've had games where we have 19 turnovers versus SMU, and I think that's sometimes one of the signs of a younger or less experienced team, but we're getting there. And I can tell you one thing, we can't turn it over 19 times and have a chance to even be in the game on Saturday night. So in terms of confidence, I know we're going to work the next 2 days, as we do all the time, preparing and understanding how important it is, ball security, taking care of the ball, every pass, every catch. This is the best team in the country at taking the ball from you, steals, rebounds, loose balls. They're as good as anyone. So it's going to be an emphasis, but in the end of the day, we have to go out Saturday night and do it and take care of the basketball and do it versus an elite defensive and rebounding team.
With 4 games left, any chance we see Javon make a return, or is it still kind of week to week?
I think it's week to week. We actually talked about that. It's week to week, day to day. He's now 4 weeks into his rehab. He's on the court working. As far as what that means leading down the stretch in these last, obviously we have a really 4 games in a short time span coming up right now, and we're going to be on the road for 2 of them, and then you head to the conference tournament. So it's still an unknown, but he is doing well, man. He is bringing so much great leadership to this team on the bench and in the locker room, and we're just keeping our focus with that right now.
Anything else?
Thank you, guys. Appreciate it.
Mike Schwartz earlier today on our Flight by Yingling ECU practice report. Flight by Yingling, next generation of light beer. Don't just raise the glass, raise the bar. Flight by Yingling, get it wherever beer is sold, and enjoy that this weekend while the Pirates are playing baseball at Clark LeClaire Stadium. And, of course, big hoops game coming up. Number 1, Houston coming to town Saturday night, Minges Coliseum. We'll take a break. Come back. When we return, we'll talk some Pirate baseball with former Pirate Brandon Manning. He will join us to give his thoughts on the 3-1 start to the season and also what to expect this weekend against North Carolina. Ranked versus ranked. Big matchup coming up. Excited about the series, and we'll talk to Brandon Manning about it when we return after this.
Get up the middle, hit! 1 in, 2 in, Dale Murphy makes it a 7-4 game with a bullet up the middle.
Hey, baseball fans, when's the last time you met a 2-time National League MVP and a 7-time Major League Baseball All-Star? Well, your chance is now, as Pirate Radio is bringing Dale Murphy, legendary Atlanta Brave, to Greenville on Sunday, April 2nd. Table sponsorships and ticket information's online now at pr927fm.com. Don't miss your chance to meet a living legend and hear Dale Murphy talk about his career, leadership, and there'll be a question and answer session. It's Dinner with Dale Murphy, Sunday, April 2nd. Details online now at pr927fm.com.
Chico's in downtown Greenville is celebrating 40 years of business all month long in March with a special anniversary menu. Grab your amigos and enjoy blasts from the past menu favorites. And coming up on Saturday, March 11th, join Chico's for their 40th anniversary fiesta with music by Purple School Bus and DJ Dog from 1 to 6 in the Chico's parking lot. Brought to you by Minges Bottling Group, Bud Light, and U.S. Foods. Chico's, where the fiesta never ends.
Flight by Yingling. It's the next generation of light beer. For those who don't follow trends, but craft them. Flight by Yingling is 12 ounces of uncompromised refreshment from America's oldest brewery. With only 2.6 grams of carbs and 95 calories, this is premium refreshment 6 generations in the making. Don't just raise a glass, raise the bar. Flight by Yingling. Available wherever beer is sold. DG Yingling & Son Incorporated, Pottsville, Pennsylvania. Please enjoy responsibly.
Papa John's just flipped pizza night on its head. This is the new crispy Parm pizza, and it puts toasted Parmesan where it's never been before, on the bottom. Introducing the crispy Parm pizza, only from Papa John's.
Hey, Pirate fans, Papa John's is the MVP move for game day or any day. Place your order online at papajohns.com and sign up for Papa Rewards. Papa John's, better ingredients, better pizza. Go Pirates!
To keep your bodies active and engaged in the activities that you love, you need a good stretch. And at Bodies in Balance, that's the mission they follow to give you the best quality of life. With years of experience, the team at Bodies in Balance can create a stretch or massage program that is right for you. Now check this out. If you mention Pirate Radio, you get your first stretch consultation free. Yes, free. And that's not all. Mention Pirate Radio and your first time massage is only $1 per minute. Now that's a deal. Call 916-4530 and check them out online at bodiesinbalance.com.
If you wake up in the morning with a backache, feeling more tired than you did when you went to bed, you probably need a new mattress. And the best place to get that mattress is Factory Mattress. Hi, I'm Kirk Smith, General Manager. For more than 40 years, Factory Mattress has been Greenville and Wilson's local mattress dealer. We guarantee the lowest price on the area's best selection with over 50 models to choose from. No seconds or overruns. Factory Mattress offers only first quality direct from the manufacturer. Sealy Posturepedic, Beauty Rest, Stearns & Foster, and Tempur-Pedic. The most highly trained sales associates with over 60 years of combined experience. Same as cash financing with 0 interest up to 48 months and free local delivery. Face it, to have a good day, you've got to have a good night. So sleep better knowing you saved money at Factory Mattress, locally owned on Greenville Boulevard in Greenville, on Forest Hills Road in Wilson, on the web at factorymattressusa.com, and a proud member of Pirates Supporting Pirates.
Country Mart has been locally owned and operated for over 40 years and is your premier country store serving the best cheese biscuits and country food around. Country Mart is open every day and has 2 locations in Bethel on Highway 11 and in Stokes on Highway 903. Both Country Mart locations are top-of-the-line fuel stations serving Shell gas, including 93 ethanol-free high-octane gas. Country Mart, fueling you up with great food in your engines with great gasoline. Go Pirates!
This is Pirate Radio, WGHB Farmville, 1250 and 92.7 FM Greenville, WDLX Washington, 930 and 104.1 FM Washington. You're listening to Hour 3 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour of PRL is brought to you by Bud Light, reminding Pirate fans to stay in the game and drink responsibly. Bud Light, the official beer of the ECU Pirates, and proudly distributed by Carolina Eagle Distributing since 1989. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. Be sure to visit one of ECU graduate Brandon Tate's U.S. Cellular locations and experience the highest standard of customer service. The purpose of the Atlantic Wireless store experience is to inform, illuminate, and inspire. Find the location near you at AtlanticWireless.com. Atlantic Wireless, we go beyond the call. Now let's head back into PRL. Here's Clip.
Thank you, Brandon Tate. Mount Rushmore of Brandons. You got Brandon Tate. You got Brandon Johnson. You got Brandon Simmons. And you have former Pirate Brandon Manning joining us here. Now, I just put that list together very quickly. There might be some others.
That's disrespect.
Who did I disrespect? Somebody's going to be offended by that.
Don't do that.
A lot of Brandon's going to be offended out there, but Brandon Manning did make the cut. He joins us here on Pirate Radio Live on a Thursday. Brandon, how you doing, buddy?
Pretty good. How you doing, Clip?
Doing good. And I told you, Brandon, I'm a man of my word, that if you joined us in studio, we'd have a theme song ready for you to go, an intro song. But you ain't here, so we ain't got a song for you.
Yeah, you laid it on out there. Not everybody knows that you cheated the system and told me that, and you knew I wasn't coming in.
Correct. That is correct.
You looked like you were ready to do work, but then you actually didn't have to do work, and you knew you didn't have to do work. So
Yep.
This is great.
Yep. I tried. My dad, I tried that on him growing up, and it never really worked, but it worked this time. So what we'll do, Brandon, you give me a song. You can think on it and send me a list later of one or two if you got one in mind. But what we'll do, we will get the instrumental of it. Chandler and I will sing it, and next time you join us in studio, which hopefully is next week, we'll have that song ready for you. How about that?
Does Chandler and you have to sing it?
Yes.
The rule?
Yep, that is the rule.
Okay, all right. I didn't know if I could pick my singers.
Shirley, perhaps.
All right.
All right, we'll get to that when we get there.
Here.
Brandon, on Mondays, we do the Farm Bureau Insurance ECU Baseball Recap with Brandon. You can call him at any time, as we did, 531-1812, and he will take care of you. You can get a free quote today. Here on Thursdays, we're going to preview the ECU series, and this week, it's a big one against North Carolina. Before we get there, Brandon, let's get your thoughts on the 3-1 start. Great start to the season against George Washington. Lost in walk-off fashion to Campbell the other night. So through 4 games, what's kind of stood out to you so far?
I mean, typical early season baseball. You got a few mistakes here and there from, pitcher leaving one over the middle of the plate because he's not 100% dialed in yet. You got a lot of guys that are antsy, jumping up, swinging at pitches that they don't need to be swinging at, but it's early in the season, so they want to get out there and get ahead of everything. It's just typical early season baseball, but it's great at the same time. I mean, ECU's really done a great job of being prepared. I mean, Cliff always, has the analytics ready to go on every pitcher, and I think they've done a really good job. I mean, against Campbell the other night, I mean, that's a good baseball game. I mean, you're not going to go undefeated. We talked about it last year. They had a number of losses, and I think I talked about it last year. When the weather heats up, our bats heat up. And we're going to be fine. Everybody just hit the okay. It's going to be fine button, just like I told everybody last year, and it ended up being okay last year too.
I know you can. I guess you can toot your own horn. Brandon was the ultimate believer last year. I kept trying to bury the Pirates. Brandon kept grabbing the shovel from me and giving me a path to getting in as an at-large, hosting a regional, hosting a super regional. And Brandon, you were right, and so I will not doubt you anymore when it comes to your baseball takes. Going into the year, Brandon, we were wondering who was going to be the DH for the Pirates and thought it might be a revolving door, and it still could be. But as of right now, Luke Nowak was the answer to that question, and he has, at least for now, solidified his spot there. He's been fantastic through 4 games this year.
Man, he's one of those guys that when he gets on base, it creates something. I mean, we've always had that one person, going back to, Jamie Page, for instance, and, like a Dale Mollenhauer. When they got on base, Harrison Eldridge, even when I was there, when they got on base, things happened because people were worried about him, and I think that's what he does. I mean, he gave us a great chance, still in second, still in third the other night, to take control of that game late to win. And, I mean, things didn't happen. That's fine. But he's the real deal. That guy's got speed.
Brandon Manning joining us, and speed across this lineup. And Cliff loves to put pressure on the defense, pressure on the opposing teams. This lineup is going to do that throughout this 2023 season. How about pitching-wise, Brandon? We had that. The weather came in on Friday. Carter Spivey did not want to use that as an excuse, but even Cliff Godwin said if he wants to, he can, because it certainly throws you off when you get amped up. And then you got to settle it back down, get ready for the next day. Carter Spivey didn't have his best performance. He's ready to get back out there. But how about Spivey and then Savage and Gross? What do you think of the starting pitching that we've seen through one weekend?
First off, Cliff said we could talk about the weather.
In some cases, yes.
Is that a hot take? Everybody's got their own little thing. I'll start with that first. You look at Roger Clemens, per se. He used to go run a couple of miles, do sit-ups, do push-ups. He was like an unreal person. Of course, he had a little help, but, he got after it, and he did everything he needed to do, and he was ready to go. I mean, he lost a few pounds of water weight, before the game ever started. I hated that he got started. I mean, there was a big crowd. The crowd was amped up. Everybody was ready to go. I think we, could have played that game, but he would have had to wait 45 minutes to an hour, and that wasn't what we needed to do to start the season off. I think our pitching is going to be just fine. We got some dynamic guys. We got some great, leaders up there. They all work with pace, and that's important in college baseball, especially this year with the clock, that, you work well to make your defense stay on the balls of their feet and stay ready. I mean, you look at all the great pitchers from around the world, the guys that pitch fast, pitch quick, their defense is ready to go with them all the time. And I think that's what our pitchers do a very good job with. We hold runners on tremendously well, and we get after it. I mean, we got some electric arms, and I think they're ready to go this year, and I don't think it's going to be a problem. I think we got depth that, not many people can compete with. And I think, when it's all said and done, last year, we weren't quite ready to compete against Texas because of our depth. And I think this year that depth is just not even a question. We're ready to go.
Brandon, I'm looking forward to Monday talking to Josh Moylan, Jacob Jenkins-Cowart, Lane Hoover on the Delcor Players Lounge and asking them their perspective on this added emphasis on the pitch clock and the pace. The pace was amazing last weekend. I really enjoyed that. And but how about, Brandon, as a former player, as a hitter, what's your take on it? Did you have a long routine? Would you have to kind of shorten that up if you played in 2023? What's your take from a batter's perspective on that?
Well, I mean, you had to have the coaches, and they called the signs, and everybody had to make sure they get them and the whole 9 yards. I really was not a big stepping out of the box, taking a long time. I didn't wear batting gloves. I grabbed some dirt, spit in my hands, and said, let's go. I hated batting gloves, so I didn't have to adjust them and things like that. But there's a lot of guys who do need that extra extra second in between to get themselves ready, especially if, let's just say you got one up and in, and then you got that ball coming at you, and you're like, oh, God, I need a breather real quick because that ball just almost hit me between the eyes. I mean, I understand it, but I think it's going to help out with a lot of people. It's not going to affect the hitters as much as it's going to affect the pitchers, I think, in my opinion.
I like the way the game moved, and we'll see if that continues. Sometimes in basketball, they'll put like added emphasis on hand checking, and then early in the season, we'll see a lot of calls, and then as we go on in the season, it kind of dwindles down. We'll see, Brandon, if they keep up with this pitch clock thing. I'm assuming they will. I think this will be here to stay, but I'm interested to see if it is, as looked at closely throughout the season as it was opening weekend, because across the country I heard about Carter Spivey was talking about he saw a game where I think a batter got a strike because he wasn't ready or something, so they are certainly calling it, looking for it here early in the season.
Well, I mean, you look way back when, guys had to put their fingers down and pitchers had to shake yes, shake no, and it took a little bit of time. And, some people said, hey, I'm throwing the fastball. I'm coming right at you. I think with the way that they're doing electrical things, calling the pitches and doing everything, and the pitchers are going to say, all right, Cliff and Austin, they got a game plan. We're not gonna shake them off. I mean, I don't think that happens very much. Even high school is going to that as well. I mean, I think D.H. Conley and Mills has electric pitch calling now, so that helps with the pace a lot. And I don't think it'll be that big of an issue. But there's some pitchers, you look at some of those Yankees Red Sox games that took like half hours.
Yeah.
I mean, because of timeouts and this and that, and people going. I mean, that's not good for a game. I mean, that makes kids fall asleep and not want to come back. So let's play some baseball. Let's get after it, and I think they're doing a great job of that. North
Carolina on the docket for East Carolina, and the Tar Heels are 4-1. They lost their opener and have won 4 straight, and Brandon seemed to be hitting their stride here early on heading into this series, because they won 14-2 on Tuesday night, 10-0 on Wednesday night. They beat Radford and Longwood in the midweek. What do you think about this Tar Heel team that's rolling into town this weekend?
Well, I mean, I think they've done good the last few years getting fresh faces in. I was talking to true Pirate great Corey Thompson. He's with me right now. We're cooking some chickens at a work event, but me and Corey were talking like Carolina's always going to be Carolina. I mean, they're a good team. They recruit nationally. They do a great job. They do a good mix of the national recruiting and the local recruiting, and some people just want to go to Carolina. They're always going to be good, and they're always going to be prepared. I mean, when they changed coaches a couple of years ago, there wasn't oh, God, what do we do? I mean, it's not like, that they didn't have a good coach sitting there waiting. They have a great coach. So I think they're going to be prepared. They're always going to know. But I do not know a whole lot about their weekend pitching. I mean, your Friday night starters got to be ready to go, and they lost to Seton Hall. I mean, I don't think Seton Hall is a baseball powerhouse. I could be wrong, but I truly think that those guys are going to come back and say, all right, we got to get this squared away. But at the same time, you don't know. I mean, it's going to be very hot all day long, and then there's going to be a front coming through. And I don't know what's going to happen with Saturday. I've been sort of away from the computer and away from everything. I don't know if we've adjusted times like softball has or not, but I don't know what's going to happen Saturday at all. But I think Friday night that guy's going to be ready to go, and ECU's going to be ready to go even more because I think they're ready to get after him.
Talking to Brandon Manning on the Pirate Radio Live line, Drew Meadows says the pitch clock is here to stay. All D1 schools must have a clock visible by next season. That's interesting. I talked to Cliff Godwin Media Day about it, and he said we will not have a clock this year visible. I guess, according to Drew, anyway, that'll be a mandate next year. I hadn't heard that, so that is interesting. Brandon?
Drew comes from a long line of umpires. He's a great umpire. He just moved back. Welcome back home, Drew. He just moved back up here. He was at College of Charleston doing a lot of work, and I think he's going to try to be here local again, which is great because he's a local baseball guy.
I recognize the name.
Great guy from Craven County. Also cousin to Coach Ryan Meadows.
There you go. Brandon Manning joining us on the Pirate Radio Live line. East Carolina and North Carolina will go at it. 2 games scheduled here in Greenville Friday, Saturday, 1 in Chapel Hill coming up on Sunday. Brandon, good stuff, man. Anything else? When can we get you in studio?
Next week I'll be good to go for studio. This is sort of this was a once a year thing we do with all my work buddies. There's going to be about 15, 20 of us, and we're hanging out in the greater Greene County area and talking what we do and how we can do it better. So I think next Thursday should be no problem getting me in there.
And Brandon is happier than a hog in whatever a hog sits in because it is baseball season, and you've been waiting for this for a long time. So
you just don't know. I woke up, I have an extra little pep in my step. I'm smiling more. It's great. It's like Chandler and, when the hot dog eating contest comes on TV. He's ready to go.
All right, I like it. Brandon, thank you for your support of Pirate Radio. Every Monday we have the Farm Bureau Insurance ECU Baseball Recap. You can call ECU grad Brandon Manning 531-1812 for a free quote, schedule a review. He's got you covered, and we'll be talking to him throughout this baseball season. Brandon, we'll see you next week, buddy.
Yes, sir. We'll see you guys out there Friday evening. I don't know what I'm going to throw on the grill, but we'll have something.
Ooh, might stop by. Brandon's always got a good tailgate going on out in the parking lot as well. Thank you, Brandon. There's Brandon Manning. Brandon's wife, Hannah, maybe we don't need a song from Brandon. Brandon's wife, Hannah, says Start Me Up would be the song. And Chandler, if we got to go a little Mick Jagger, I mean, I'll do it.
Stop me up.
Yeah, and that's it.
That's it.
You make
Stop
a grown
me
man
up.
cry.
You make an old man cry.
We'll workshop it. We'll work on that. But that could be the tune that we will be singing when Brandon Manning comes to the Pirate Radio studios next week. Let's take another break. We'll come back. When we return, we will hear from the big man on campus, Jeff Nadu. Let you know what's going on tonight in hoops. We'll ask him just how good this Houston team is when it comes to going back to the Final Four, maybe winning the whole thing this year. Who else does he like? Kind of under the radar teams, and we'll look at the schedule tonight. On the Buccaneer Music Hall scoreboard, presented by Buck. By the way, the Pirates adding a run. Shirley just got up. I believe it's 2-0 now. ECU softball leading over Bucknell. We'll have a scoreboard update when we return on Pirate Radio Live after this.
Hey, Troy D here with my good friend Kelvin Rawls from Pestech. Kelvin, I just want to thank you and Chris and all the great folks at Pestech for such awesome service. You totally eliminated the mosquitoes in my backyard, plus the fire ant problem I was having in the yard.
Hey, you're certainly welcome, Troy. I have heard the same thing from all of our customers. With everyone being home, they want to enjoy the outside and being mosquito, fire ant, and pest-free.
Enjoy all your property from the kitchen to the curb. Visit pesttechofgreenville.com today for complete service.
Here with Jeff Stein at Brown & Wood. Jeff, how can you help people with service in 2023?
We continue to offer free pickup and drop-off for the customers, and our customers' time is valuable. So we've added 3 additional Express Lube technicians to reduce wait time. That's our #1 goal for 2023. And please don't forget, we service all makes and models. We're voted #1 in Greenville by the customer. Come see us at 329 Southwest Greenville Boulevard.
Brown & Wood, 4 brands, 3 generations, 2 rooftops, and 1 goal to make sure you leave a happy customer.
The Buccaneer Music Hall is your beacon of music in the land of the Pirates. They're open every day and have live music every night, along with 18 big screen TVs to watch all your favorite sporting events. Tuesday, it's karaoke with DJ Captain Morgan. Wednesdays, it's line dancing. Thursday night is the dance party with DJ Kid Scene. And live music every Friday and Saturday night with the best bands on the East Coast. Follow the Buck on Instagram for more information on scheduled events. And we'll see you at the Buck.
There's a common misbelief today that to make it further, you need to push yourself, that you need to give up any joy to continue your rigid routine. Or you could try another way. Take some time to enjoy life, like having a Michelob Ultra with friends, because happiness is essential to living an exceptional life. Michelob Ultra, a refreshing and balanced flavor with only 2.6 carbs and 95 calories. It's only worth it if you enjoy it. Enjoy responsibly. Michelob Ultra, proudly distributed by Carolina Eagle Distributing since 1989.
Hey Pirate fans, D&D Advertising has the new 2023 baseball schedules ready, and you can pick them up at these fine business locations: Uptown Brewing Company, Wally 2 Kettle Corn, Phoenix Sign Pros, JTG Professional Window Tint, Auto Repair Center, 3HC Home Health and Hospice Center, Parrot Hardwood Floors LLC, Battle Electrical Services, Brock's Specialty Company Concrete, Pirate Pest Management LLC, Carolina Paint and Power Wash, Harris and Flores Plumbing LLC, Clean Pro Exteriors, East Carolina Unlimited LLC, Over the Top Sweet Shop, Dorothy Crisfield First Class, Core Supply and Rentals, Vape MD, and Easy Traveling Incorporated. Please patronize these fine businesses as they are an asset to the community. D&D Advertising Enterprises is not licensed, affiliated with, or endorsed by any university, sports institution, or program unless specifically stated in writing. No proceeds from any of the funds collected for your ad will be given to any educational institution or sports team. We are not responsible for any schedule changes made after printing.
Hello, Pirate Nation. This is Jamie Cuccinella, inviting you and your family to come by Cuccinella's Pizzeria and Italian Ice. Cuccinella's has been serving our special family recipe New York-style pizza since 1932. We think you'll taste the difference in just one bite. When you come in for a pie, don't forget to try our house-made Italian ice or gelato. We make small batches every day from scratch with all fresh ingredients.
Cuccinella's on Old Tar Road in Winterville, and a new location coming soon to Uptown Greenville.
I'm Donald Stocks, owner of PIP Marketing Signs Print. We are your one-stop shop for just about anything printed. If we're not your go-to printer, please give us a call at 355-1636. We have over 80 5-star Google reviews and want you to be our next more than satisfied and well-pleased customer. Check us out at growitpip.com or stop in to see us at 3185 Mosley Drive in Greenville. Pip, where business goes to grow.
Pirate Radio. Pirate Radio. Pirate Radio. Radio.
You're listening to Hour 3 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour of PRL is brought to you by Bud Light, reminding Pirate fans to stay in the game and drink responsibly. Bud Light, the official beer of the ECU Pirates, and proudly distributed by Carolina Eagle Distributing since 1989. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. Brown & Wood is your home of the best selection of GMC, Cadillac, Buick, and Mazda in Eastern North Carolina since 1937. Shop their entire inventory online at brownandwoodauto.com or visit them on Greenville Boulevard. Brown & Wood, Greenville's #1 dealership and the home of the lifetime powertrain warranty. Now let's head back into PRL. Here's Cliff.
Back with you, Pirate Radio Live. Our boy Robert Skipper checking in. He says, hey, you got to beat Campbell. It should. Game is sometimes a drag. LOL. Clip. Love you, bro. Skip is here. Thank you, Robert. That was fun. Chuck says, please, no more singing. Chuck, you know, when people say, please, no more singing, it
kind of gets them to sing a little
makes
more.
me want to sing a song to apologize to you for singing. And so, what song would you like to sing, Chandler?
Sorry.
I'm sorry. So sorry.
I'm so sorry. Give me a second chance. I promise we won't sing anymore. But guess what?
Surely can.
I lied. We're gonna continue to sing.
What's wrong with singing, Chuck?
Singing makes me happy.
I know, man. Like, it puts me in a good mood. You know, The Spirit of Radio by Rush, where he talks about the magic music makes your morning mood.
We need to do that, what we just did there, where I kind of had to, like, go with how you're singing. That's a Saturday Night Live skit on Weekend Update. We need to start doing that. That'd be fun.
Well, I'll add that to the things we probably won't ever do list.
All right. Thank you. Sweet. And that list is long.
One thing we will do is sing a whole lot, Chuck. So you've come to the wrong place. I have had in my mind, I used to do a 1-hour sports bar and then a 2-hour sports bar. And now I'm doing a 3-hour Pirate Radio Live. If someone asked me to do 4 hours, I'm just going to end it all.
You do a 4-hour pregame show.
Oh my God, you're right, I do. But I wanted to do a sports bar musical where the whole show is just songs, like make a musical. And I don't know how. I just couldn't figure out how I would do it. First of all, I got to have the actual music, and like you can't just use anybody's old music or whatever. So I need like an in-house piano player and symphony and all that. But like do interviews, scoreboard reads, everything is a song, the whole show.
The Pirates are beating Bucknell by 2.
Yeah, like that.
In the bottom of the 5th.
So maybe one day I can put all those thoughts onto paper. I have a lot of thoughts, just not a lot of execution. But Chuck, if I do that, I will make sure I let you know first. You'll be the first one to know. Update on the Buccaneer Music Hall scoreboard presented by Da Buck. ECU up 2-0 in the 5th inning. ECU softball ahead of Bucknell on the Buck scoreboard. Chad says, he's referring to, by the way, coming up on Friday, you can get a purple or gray or both Jungle Nation t-shirt. These look really cool. Our latest Pirate Radio shirt. You see our logo on the front. Jungle Nation with the number 23 outlined in bones on the back, beginning at 11 a.m. at UBE.
Yeah,
For a $10 donation to Mustache March for the fight against ALS, you can get a purple or gray Jungle Nation t-shirt, all sizes available, first come, first serve. I saw Chad on Twitter said, I know you say all sizes available, but what is the largest size you will have?
Like, are we going to have, like, 9XL?
Hey, Blimp Boy.
Dang,
What
dude.
size do you need?
Blimp Boy.
I swear I saw a 5X in the back. I know he got at least 3X.
You saw a 5X?
I think so. I don't know. Maybe my eyes were...
Okay, then we do have all sizes.
I know we have 3X, Chad. Maybe bigger than that, but
I think we got one that's like 12X. It's basically like a blanket if you need an extra blanket.
We've got a 13X, which we're currently using as a tarp. We've got a 22X, which we have wrapped around the truck right now to protect it from the conditions. So we got some big sizes for all the big boys out there like me, because I'm a big boy. All right, let's head out to, speaking of big boys, how about the big man on campus?
Come on.
Come on now. He joins us on the Pirate Radio Live line talking hoops with Jeff Nadu, Barstool Sports. Jeff, how you doing today, man?
Pretty good. How are you, Cliff?
Hey, doing great, and big weekend here at East Carolina because North Carolina is coming to town for two games, for a two-game little series here for baseball. They'll play Game 3 Sunday in Chapel Hill, and then Saturday night, you've got the number one team in the country, the Houston Cougars, coming to Minges Coliseum. Jeff, Houston has pretty much rolled through the American, one blemish, and that was against the Temple Owls. Lost that game by 1 point. Outside of that, their only loss was to Alabama earlier this year, a 6-point defeat to them. They've beaten Virginia, non-conference, not great. Beat Oregon, beat St. Mary's. I know you like that St. Mary's team. So what do you think about Houston in the grand scheme of things when it comes to college basketball? Obviously, number one in the nation. How about their roster and their ability to go to the Final Four and this time, win the whole thing? What do you think about the Cougars?
Well, I think it's as good as time as any. I mean, obviously, I don't think anybody's being told something they don't know. But, I mean, you look at the guard play with this team with Sasser and Shed. Jawan Roberts has really been the story for them. I mean, they've had some good bigs over the years, Reggie Chaney and guys like that. But, this Jawan Roberts, I mean, he's kind of the wing/big that's really taken them to another level. He had a huge game last night. I also like them in the depth kind of level. I mean, Sharp's been a good player for them, the freshman out of Tampa, Florida. He gives them kind of that dynamic guard to come in and spell Sasser or Shed. And they're well coached. I mean, we all know how good of a coach Kelvin Sampson is. They have the best defense in America, arguably, in my opinion. They're the only team, Clip, that I know of that I really want to back that is a top, to me, top three offensive defense in the country. So, yeah, great on the glass as usual. I think they're better offensively this year, though, than they've been in years past. I kind of put that group a bit higher than the ones in the years past.
Looking forward to Saturday night, 8 o'clock, Minges Coliseum, East Carolina, taking on the Houston Cougars. Jeff, looking at some games last night here in the state of North Carolina. North Carolina had to come back. They had 19 points at halftime, ended up scoring 44 in the second half to beat Notre Dame. And NC State puts up a 90 spot against Wake Forest. They are 22-7, 12-6 in ACC play. Jeff, we've talked about State in the past and how they're kind of the redheaded stepchild here in North Carolina when it comes to Duke and UNC and basketball. State's the best team in our state this year. They've got a local interest, Terquavion Smith, who will be in the NBA next year, is a local kid right down the road. Went to Farmville Central High School. It's been Jarkel Joyner scoring all the points of late. But what do you think about Kevin Keats' team? I mean, are they a team that, with their guard play, could they make a run come March?
Yeah, I think they absolutely could. I mean, offensively, they're really good, as you kind of alluded to. They put up some 90 spots a lot in conference. I will say, I think a lot of people don't really give the ACC enough credit. I mean, we all know that it's not, these aren't the typical Duke and Carolina teams, though I think Duke's pretty good. I mean, Carolina's still talented. But you look at the rest of this conference. I mean, obviously, you mentioned NC State. Miami, I think, is one of the kind of the sleeper teams in March. Virginia, Clemson really up until recently has been very good. Wake's been much better. Pitt's really solid. So I think this is a conference that I think doesn't really get the love it probably should. NC State's been terrific. They occasionally have, I think the problem that I have with this group and why I'm skeptical at backing them long term is, Cliff, look at the one common theme with their losses. Can you spot it?
Giving up a ton of points.
That, and they don't win on the road very often.
Okay, away from home.
And that's something that if I see your schedule and I see a lot of losses on the road, I'm going to have a hard time backing you on a neutral floor because, whether you want to believe it or not, it's a road game. You don't have – that's why I don't like a lot of teams in the Big Ten come tournament time, because they're such a top-heavy home conference, the Big Ten, where you don't have those Piscataways or East Lansings or West Lafayette's or wherever. So it's hard. I want a team that's road tested and go on the road and get the job done.
Yeah, that's a great point. And this year with so much parity, I'd love to see it compared to previous seasons, but it does seem like night in, night out, if you back a home team, especially those home teams that aren't ranked, that are playing a ranked opponent, it seems like more times than not you're winning. So that's a good tool, to look at come March Madness, who has been good on the road away from their own building when you're filling out your bracket this year. Looking forward to talking conference championships and, of course, the NCAA tournament down the road with Jeff Nadu. We got a little ways to go before we get there. Coming up tonight in Big Ten action, still weird for me, Jeff, to see Northwestern with a number beside their name. Northwestern on the road at Illinois, and the Wildcats are ranked, and it was just a few years ago they made their first ever NCAA tournament appearance. Also tonight, St. Mary's, talked about them. I know you like them. They're big favorites tonight against Pacific. UCLA, a road favorite at Utah, and then Gonzaga taking on San Diego. Those are the ranked games coming up tonight. Jeff, any action you got going on this Thursday evening?
Yeah, I mean, I'm going to kind of attack something that's worked for me, bet the over in West Coast Conference games, really outside of St. Mary's games. I mean, this has been a continued just moneymaker. I was on Gonzaga's over on Saturday against Pepperdine. It was an easy winner. I mean, Cliff, we're not talking enough about Gonzaga over the last day.
Jeff, last week I asked you about Gonzaga. Who were they playing last Thursday? Do you remember? And I said maybe. Oh, it was Loyola Marymount. And I said, maybe do you back the underdog here? You said, no, Gonzaga's turning a corner. I think they won that game by like 50, Jeff.
Yeah, they were up. They had 68 points at the half.
Yeah.
They've scored 96 points a game over the last 4 games. I mean, this offense looked NBA-like. And, look, it's interesting, Cliff, because, I kind of mentioned this on Twitter earlier. This is all of a sudden a team that we haven't really talked much about. They're not a team that anyone's really paying attention to. They lost to St. Mary's in overtime. I feel like this is the year where I think they're going to probably surprise us the most. They still have the most efficient offense in America. Okay, again, no harm, no foul. If they shot free throws better, they'd have it by a wide margin. They would be almost perfect offensively. But, yeah, I mean, they're playing a team tonight in San Diego who has a lot of problems. This is one of the worst defensive teams in America. You don't really know who's playing on this team from a night-to-night basis for Steve Lavin. I mean, they have guys out half the time. I think they're going to get pummeled tonight. You look at the last 5 games against San Diego, I believe Gonzaga scored 90 or more in every game. I thought this total would be more at like 170. I don't know if you can put totals high enough with Gonzaga right now. And throw in the fact that they're not a great defensive team. They also have St. Mary's on deck, so could be looking ahead a little bit. Maybe the defensive lapses aren't there. I kind of had this at like 96, 71, something like that. I played the over here.
Jeff Nadu joining us. Jeff, I'm kind of putting you on the spot here, but I like to ask you this next time we talk, it will be March. We'll be getting into conference tournaments. Any teams off the radar that you like, that you'll be kind of hoping they win their conference tournament so they can get to the big dance because you think they could win a game or two in the tournament? Any of these smaller schools that you've been betting on this year, backing, that have given you success?
Yeah, I'll throw you a couple. I mean, I'll just say right out of the gate, at the end I'll give you a thought on a team that I think absolutely can win the national title.
All right.
No one we'll talk about. But 2 teams that I'd really like to see in the NCAA tournament. I kind of mentioned it. South Dakota State's playing some great basketball. Oral Roberts has kind of ran roughshod over that conference, but slowly but surely, I mean, South Dakota State has won 6 games in a row. They look like the offense of old. They're really good offensively. They're not as good as the years past, but they're starting to really get going under Eric Henderson out there in that conference. And I also will kind of keep highlighting the MAC. I think whether it's Kent State, whether it's Akron, or whether it's Toledo, I think they can all bring something to the table. Kowalczyk's Toledo Rockets have won 12 straight games. They are on fire in this conference. They're running roughshod, and they can score, man. This is an offense that probably is the best offense you don't know about. We watched them really early in the season in that Barstool Invitational. I saw them up close. I was in the locker room. They're a really good group of guys, and they are really well coached. I think they're a team that, if they can find the way into the NCAA tournament, I'm going to be interested in seeing who they get. A team that I think can win the whole thing, that I think has pretty much everything. One of my favorite teams in the history of college basketball, Clip, is 2010 St. Mary's. I told people back then they would beat Villanova, the number 2 seed, and they did. I think St. Mary's this year, I think they have all what it takes to get to a Final Four. They're elite defensively. I think they're elite offensively. They play a pace that is just super difficult to beat. And I think all of a sudden this year they're starting to get better athletes, kids that almost can compete at the higher levels. Their guard play is as good as anybody in America. They've got length. They have experience. They have cohesive continuity. I think St. Mary's is really good.
Jeff Nadu joining us, Barstool Sports here on Pirate Radio Live. Big Man on Campus got the Sit Down Podcast, Big Man on Basketball, talking about the card pretty much every day. You can check that out. And, Jeff, what else you got cooking up? What should we be on the lookout for?
A lot of stuff that I can't talk about actually right now, but we are working on something. I'm working on something with 2 other people at Barstool that we're going to have out, I think, probably closer to the Selection Sunday time.
All right.
I'm also working on something kind of a month or 2 down the road that's going to come out in the summer that is really kind of different than anything I've ever done. So, yeah, I think a lot of cool things are coming, and just kind of enhancing my abilities and kind of doing different things. So, I'm also going to do more collabing with my sit-down show with people at Barstool. I have Portner coming on soon. I have KB No Swag coming on soon. Going to do different episodes and get people kind of in different elements than we know them for, and just try to kind of get the most out of them.
Yeah, I like it in the past when you've done things with Chief, with Large. Like anytime you can get a different personality in there, it's always interesting. So looking forward to that. Keep up the good work, big man. Enjoyed it, man.
Thank you, Clip. I appreciate it. Talk to you next week.
Jeff Nadu, Barstool Sports, joining us today on Pirate Radio Live. We got to get a break in. We got to make you a winner and open up the Boutte bag here on a Thursday. Boom, 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 boom.
Booty, 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 booty everywhere. Booty, 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 booty everywhere.
Chandler, what did we give away yesterday? All right. Shirley, what are we giving away today?
$10 gift card to Familia.
What caller are you looking for?
I'm going to go with caller number 6.
All right, caller 6, 317-1250. As we head to break, East Carolina adds another run on the board. Pirate softball team leading Bucknell 3-0 in the 6th, I believe, Shirley. And Mike P said...
Top of the 7th, heading into the top of the 7th.
All right, there we go, 3-0. Bucknell, more like they suck now. Oh. Mike, that was offensive, and you're being canceled. We'll be back after this.
Hey, Pirate Nation, Lindsey Gray here with Carolina Caliber. In 1960, my granddaddy started his firearm business right here in Eastern NC. Still family owned and operated, we have the area's largest selection for outdoor shooting sports and accessories and are one of the nation's top firearm dealers. At Carolina Caliber, we have everything you need from hunting, home defense, and personal protection, including a wide variety for ladies and youth. We buy, sell, and trade. It's a time-honored tradition. Visit us at Carolina Caliber on Fire Tower Road in Winterville.
Familia on Fire Tower Road in Winterville has a brand new updated menu. Open from 4 to 9 Tuesday through Saturday and 11 to 9 on Sundays. Familia has a variety of pizza combinations and classic Italian dishes that are sure to tackle your taste buds. Enjoy Thirsty Thursdays with $3 drafts with several local brews on tap. And who doesn't love brunch? Familia has Sunday brunch from 11 to 2. Follow Familia on social media for their pizza of the week for just $12. Visit online at familianc.com. Familia, that's Italian for family.
Have you ever seen those exotic aquariums like the guys do in Las Vegas on television? You ever thought about having one of these aquariums in your business? It's more affordable than you think. This is Hal Pruitt with rentafishtank.com. We can make having an aquarium in your business turnkey with no work, cleaning, or hassles for you. Rentafishtank.com creates a relaxing atmosphere and keeps children occupied. Rentafishtank.com already services many dental, pediatric, and doctor offices, plus hospitals and senior living centers. Check us out at rentafishtank.com.
Winslow's is now Fifth Street Hardware Restaurant and Tap Room. With a brand new look, Fifth Street Hardware also has a new menu and serving lunch and dinner every Tuesday through Sunday and brunch starting at 10:30 on Sundays. What else is new? Well, they have poker every Tuesday night, Trivia Wednesday with DJ Captain Morgan, and on Friday and Saturday nights they have live music open till 2 a.m. serving light appetizers all night long. New look, new name, same location on Fifth Street. Follow them on Facebook and Instagram for more specials. Fifth Street Hardware Restaurant and Tap Room.
Your vehicle is a big part of your life. That's why you should trust the team at Greenville Auto World for all your vehicle needs. Greenville Auto World believes in fair prices, superior service, and treating customers right. Visit greenvilleautoworld.net to see their fully stocked inventory of SUVs, trucks, and cars. Need a lift kit, custom rims, or wheels? Greenville Auto World can upgrade your vehicle today. For sales or service, visit Greenville Auto World on Highway 43 in Greenville.
You've worked hard to make your business successful, and that's why it's really important to always have a bank in your corner when you need them. This is former ECU baseball player Ashley Capps from First Bank, and our experienced team of local bankers includes Lee Watson, Bonner Latham, Chris Richards, Josh Hooten, and Heath Nisbet. To get the business services First Bank, together with our customers, we're creating a world where individuals and communities thrive.
Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
The convenience of Pitt Greenville Airport is waiting just outside your front door. Service is back, so you're connected to destinations worldwide through flights from American Airlines. Plan your next trip. Book your flights today at flypgv.com or aa.com.
Avoid the long check-in lines and congestion at the big airports and fly local at PGV. Fast, convenient, and close to home, PGV has American Airline flights perfect for your next trip. Book today at aa.com. PGV, where the pirates fly.
Do you want to get rid of wrinkles, tighten and lift your skin, smooth your skin texture, erase veins and brown spots, get rid of unwanted hair and under-eye fat pads? Are you interested in Botox or filler? Contact the licensed professionals at Beauty Bar MediSpa for a free consultation and ask about our newest technologies and treatments. Learn more at beautybarmedispa.com. Red Banks Road, Greenville. Enjoy your visit, love your transformation, and go Pirates!
Pirate Radio.
We are not coming together to just be average. We want to build a program that will year in and year out compete for the American Athletic Conference Championship and compete nationally against any and everybody.
The voice of the Pirate Nation. You're listening to Hour 3 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour of PRL is brought to you by Bud Light, reminding Pirate fans to stay in the game and drink responsibly. Bud Light, the official beer of the ECU Pirates, and proudly distributed by Carolina Eagle Distributing since 1989. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. Do you want to get rid of wrinkles, tighten and lift your skin, smooth your skin texture, erase veins and brown spots, and get rid of unwanted hair? Are you interested in Botox or filler? Contact the licensed professionals at Beauty Bar MediSpa on Red Banks Road in Greenville. Free consultations available by calling 752-1406 or visiting beautybarmedispa.com. Enjoy your visit. Love your transformation. And congratulations to John Carden of Winterville. Picked up a $10 gift card to Familia. Familia is your place for great Italian food, whether it's great New York-style pizzas, homemade meatballs, lasagna, chicken parm, or the delicious homemade desserts. Familia is a winning play every time. For dine-in or takeout, make Familia your go-to play when you have a hungry team. Familia on Fire Tower Road near Pitt Community College. Now let's head back into PRL. Here's Clip.
Thank you, Shirley. Did John happen to mention to you that I'm the 2023, I guess 2022, Pitt County Fantasy Football League co-champion?
No, he did not.
Okay. Maybe next time.
Silverado.
Thank you, John, for tuning in, and good luck to you, not named John, for tomorrow when we have a Free Beer Friday giveaway for you right here on Pirate Radio Live. Last night, saw Nephew at the game. My guy. Say what's up to my guy.
My guy.
Rajay Harris, and a lot.
Oh, it's not Raji?
Yeah.
Raja.
I know.
Or Raja.
Okay.
It's Rajay.
All right, Rajay. We saw my guy at the game last night, and a lot of other football players, which was cool to see. Chandler, we also saw posted up baseline Ezra, RJ.
Asar.
Also, Jaden was there. And it was just cool to see other Pirate student athletes supporting the ECU women's basketball team.
You said that last year when we saw Keaton Mitchell being one of the biggest ECU baseball fans during that super regional run.
This year, Deontay Johnson out there.
Deontay Johnson's already showed his support with Cam Clonch and that video that went viral on Twitter. But like you, Clip, you've said this, and it does me too. It warms my heart to see other athletes support other athletic programs at ECU, to go to the, not just, it's easy for them to tweet it out, to see a score and tweet it out and say awesome job, but for them to go to the games and actually support their I guess their classmates and their peers is really cool to see. And there was a big group of Pirate football players in attendance last night in Minges to see the women knock off Houston.
Win number 20. And after the game, Kim McNeil was emotional and was asked by the ESPN Plus crew why so emotional after that big win, triple overtime last night against Houston.
Why so much emotion for you tonight? What about this win?
This crowd, the administration opening it up for it to be free for everybody. I mean, when have you ever seen a women's basketball game at ECU this crowded and this loud? I mean, I'm just so proud of this team, and I'm so happy to be the head coach here at ECU.
Kim McNeil there. I hate that we missed the comeback, but I knew it was going to happen. Why? Because that's what they do. They dominate the fourth quarter.
Yeah.
And they did it again last night, outscoring Houston by 7 points in the fourth quarter, and then it took them to triple overtime to finally secure the win. But they did it. That is win number 20. That is they are... I believe I've seen conflicting reports here, and I have not crunched the numbers myself. They can finish no worse than third. I've also seen some places say they've locked up second place. So they're going to be either second or third in the American tournament. That will earn them a first-round bye, really good seed. That means they'll stay away from USF until the championship game if they can take care of business. And it means Kim McNeil should be named the AAC Women's Coach of the Year, because the Pirates were picked last heading into the league.
I even looked at you last night. I said, she's got to be Coach of the Year, right? And you were like, oh, yeah, no doubt. Because if you're picked to finish last in a preseason poll, and then you've shown the effort and the heart and the success that Kim McNeil and her ball club has shown this year to, potentially lock up second place in the tournament, to get a first-round bye, and to pretty much, defy the odds. She's got to get that award, and she most definitely deserves it. She mentioned the crowd. The crowd was awesome last night. We were there, and I just couldn't imagine the crowd later in the game in those three overtimes, and especially when the horn sounded for the final when ECU knocked off Houston. Other than maybe those education games, I know, Shirley, you've done PA for those, and that gets loud in there with a bunch of elementary kids, but besides those, that has to be one of the biggest and loudest crowds for an ECU women's basketball game that program has seen in quite a while. So let's continue the success, and I think the people will continue to pour into Minges and support this women's basketball program.
Well, it's like the old baseball saying goes, if you build it, they will come. And Kim McNeil has been building this thing since she got here. Her calling card has been defense, and I have had a chance at times to be courtside, to be able to watch her kind of lay the foundation and the brickwork, so to speak, of this program. And I have, I've been able to watch this just kind of slowly, build that momentum, and it has been awfully fun to watch this year. The last couple of years, they can be really, really frustrating because that they're playing their tails off, and sometimes it just doesn't show up in the win-loss column. in a positive way. But this year, you're starting to see the fruits of her labor as far as what she's been able to build here.
It feels like they're here to stay, and it's not
absolutely
fluky. You know?
Yeah.
Yesterday, Shirley, on the show, we asked P-Mace because he said that ECU is up there in the country as far as forcing turnovers, as is Houston. Mm-hmm. And I said, so over under 32.5 combined turnovers. He said over. It's going to be over.
Way over, yeah.
Final tally on turnovers last night, 61.
Yeah, doubled it. Just about doubled it.
61 turnovers. You had let's see, 6 Pirates with more than 2 or more steals in the game last night. Amaya Joyner, by the way, 5 blocks in the game last night for the Pirates. But, yeah, great win. Now they got that weird deal we talked about with Kim McNeil when she joined us earlier this week. They'll play their regular season finale this weekend on the road and then have to wait for like a week and a half to play another game. So, and Kim McNeil said she would finish out the regular season and then come up with a plan. And they're going to have to keep the girls active. One thing, they'll definitely be fresh for the conference tournament, but she said she'd rather keep playing, stay hot. But she'll have to figure that out after they play their regular season finale this weekend.
Well, you know, when you're in basketball season, you're focused. You have a routine. You have your mentality is, okay, the next game, what are we doing here? You know, you're scouting the next team. You're kind of figuring out, you know, what players you want on the floor at certain situations, things like that. Then when you have a break, as long as, you're going to have after the end of the season before the tournament starts, you know, I mean, look, these are kids. They're still kids, and they're college students. Even though they're student athletes, they're still college students. Their mind is going to start to wander a little bit because, you know, it's that break time. And so I kind of understand where,
routine.
Yeah, you're out of your routine, and sometimes that can throw you off your game. So I certainly understand where Coach McNeil is coming from as far as wanting to keep that momentum and keeping them locked in, because they have been all season long, and you certainly don't want them to not be that way heading into the tournament, because you have a legitimate chance to really make some noise in that conference tournament.
No doubt. Let's take our final break. We'll come back. Get ready to wrap things up here on a Thursday edition of Pirate Radio Live. Back with you after this.
High and deep to right field. This could be number 300, and it is for Dale Murphy.
Hey, sports fans, one of the most beloved athletes ever to play for the Atlanta Braves, Dale Murphy, is coming to Greenville on Sunday, April 2nd. Table sponsorship and ticket information to a dinner with Dale Murphy is available now at pr927fm.com. Don't miss your chance to meet a living legend and hear Dale Murphy talk about his career, leadership, resilience, integrity, and more. It's a dinner with Dale Murphy, Sunday, April 2nd. Details available now at pr927fm.com. Take control of your health today with Arc Point Labs. Are you feeling tired, exhausted, or lethargic and not able to explain why? Fatigue can be caused by a number of things, such as lack of sleep, illness, or chronic disease. The Arc Point Lab Fatigue Panel is designed to help people understand what could be causing their fatigue. Get a simple blood test today by getting started at arcpointlabs.com or call 629-6228. Arc Point Labs. Accurate, reliable, confidential testing. Visit arcpointlabs.com.
This is Holt Nailers. I've been eating at Parker's Barbecue since I was a kid. Now, all these years later, I still love to eat at Parker's. In fact, I love it so much, I bring my entire offensive line with me. They protect me, and I look out for them with great food from Parker's Barbecue. So whether you bring the team like me or just your friends and family, the awesome barbecue, chicken, and seafood at Parker's is a win every time. Parker's Barbecue, where they always treat you like family.
Did you know time spent outdoors can help improve your children's health and bring balance to their life? The Outdoor Heritage Advisory Council invites you to join the Patch program. This program is for any child under the age of 16 and includes activities like fishing, hunting, and hiking. These are just one of the many ways you can earn the exclusive patches from the Outdoor Heritage Council. For more information on how to sign up and get your adventure started, visit outdoorheritage.nc.gov.
Before anyone walks into your business, the outside is what they see. Make sure your first impression is a good impression with the right curb appeal. Hi, this is Daniel Andrews from Dan Andrews Lawn Service. We specialize in making your business look great. Let us handle all your professional landscaping needs. We do it all so you don't ever have to worry. Residential services are also available. Call us today at 717-8006 and we'll come out and give you a free quote. Taking care of your landscaping needs is all we do, and we've been doing it for over 20 years. You can trust our reliable team at Dan Andrews Lawn Service, covering all of Eastern North Carolina.
This isn't your regular cola, so this isn't your regular cola ad. No beach parties or family barbecues here, just Nitro Pepsi, the first cola ever infused with nitrogen. So forget everything you thought you knew about soda, because that nitrogen gives us a whole new experience. Think an infusion of smaller bubbles for a cola that's got a lighter, smoother texture. And don't get me started on the pour. You don't pour this like any other cola. We're talking turn the can completely upside down and watch as those bubbles cascade into the glass to create a frothy, luxurious foam topping. Can your cola do that? I didn't think so. Unless you've got your own Nitro Pepsi, in which case, cheers to your great taste. Because you already know that the only thing better than the pour is the unapologetic cola taste. What else is there to say? From the creamy foam to the smooth texture to its unbelievably delicious flavor, this is cola like you've never had it before. Time to bring your taste buds to the next frontier. Nitro Pepsi. Smooth, creamy, delicious.
You've had your new computer a few years now, but lately it's been running super slow, acting strange, and you're worried about viruses and losing data.
This is driving me mad!
Let the experts at University PC Care in Greenville and New Bern professionally diagnose your Mac or PC to see what's really going on. They'll determine the root cause and not just symptoms, so you don't waste money fixing the wrong issues. Call 252-558-1280 for in-store or remote service, or make an appointment online at universitypccare.com.
Pirate Radio.
It's great to be on. This is an honor. You know, Pirate Radio is kind of a cult following around North Carolina, so I'm excited.
The voice of the Pirate Nation. You're listening to Hour 3 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour of PRL is brought to you by Bud Light, reminding Pirate fans to stay in the game and drink responsibly. Bud Light, the official beer of the ECU Pirates, and proudly distributed by Carolina Eagle Distributing since 1989. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. Taking a quick look at your stock market report. The Dow was up 108 points, finished out the day at 33,153. NASDAQ was ahead 83 at 11,590. S&P was up 21 points and closed out at 4,012. That's your Wells Fargo Advisors stock market report. For a personal look into investing, contact Wells Fargo Advisors today at 756-6900 in Greenville. Wells Fargo Advisors LLC, member SIPC. And now here's Clip.
All right, everybody, close your left eye. Now, close your right eye, immediately open it back up, close it again, open it back up, close it again, open it back up. That is called a wink, and that's what we do when Shane Winkler and the ECU softball team picks up a victory, which they have done 3-1 over Bucknell.
All I do is wink, wink, wink.
No matter what. Got winking on my mind. That is a happy score on the Buccaneer Music Hall scoreboard presented by Dub Buck.
Dub Buck.
All right, we will see you Friday, 3 o'clock for an all-new edition of Pirate Radio Live. Have a great evening. We'll talk to you then. Jeff Charles, take us home.
Have a great night, Eastern Carolina.
Thanks for listening to Pirate Radio Live, an exclusive presentation of the